Canada versus France live stream. No room for intros, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to the watch along. We are live already. We're about 2 minutes in. Mark Pye joining me here on the watch along, and we're actually simulcasting on both Leafs Digest and NHL Digest, which is a lot of fun. We'll have the chat in here in just a second as things get rolling here, but we are live on both channels. We're simulcasting. But Mark, how are we feeling about today? I don't think it's going to be Finland versus Italy from yesterday. Like 11-0 or anything like that, but I think Canada should probably win this one pretty handily.
Yeah, I think they're going to come away. I mean, right now they got 4-0 in the shot, so it is a good start. I'm just hoping they can get that early goal and not get into a deficit at this point, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen at this rate.
No, I don't think so. And France does have the puck in the offensive zone. France, all their jerseys, like no offense, kind of look like practice jerseys. Looks a little weird dynamic, but Denmark opening the scoring, and actually I think they were up 2-1 if I remember correctly against the US yesterday at one point. So I hope that doesn't happen, but big storylines. Jordan Binnington in net tonight, or today, I don't even know, I guess it's afternoon there, but it's a big storyline too, because I think he is the starter moving forward, and he got a shutout in game 1. So how do we feel about Jordan Binnington?
I mean, right now it's one of those crazy things going into the tournament. I mean, we spoke about this too. It was like a situation where you're looking at Bennington, you've seen how he played in St. Louis. You were questioning if he was going to even do this performance. And then we've seen that first game, he was outstanding. Hopefully he's doing the same tonight, but it seems like those big moments, there's no other goaltender you'd rather have in the net at this point for Canada.
I think at this point, like, he's made his name known to the point where it's like, if you need a goalie for a game 7, like, he's top 3. If I'm picking a goalie, like, I think he's top 3 at this point. I want to shout out Profit, who's in the chat this morning. Welcome everybody. Happy morning, I guess, on the East Coast. Obviously, people are watching from different places. A lot of West Coast, viewers as well on Leafs Digest. I know that, so that's pretty interesting. Mark as well over on Canucks Digest, NHL Digest, Blues Digest, a couple others.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
basketball, but. But yeah, this is pretty good. Canada's been dominating too. Like, I watched a little bit of the US versus Denmark game, and I just feel like Canada has something that the other teams don't. Like, they have that dog in them, it looks like, and it's from the leaders. And then you have guys like Tom Wilson zipping around, and they're smashing everybody. McDavid's throwing big hits. Like, I don't know, it's early and anything can happen, but I feel pretty good. Like, this team looks way better than the competition at this point, I think.
I think the big thing is too, it's almost like they took that Four Nations tournament and then just kind of injected themselves with even more energy, because we're seeing a lot of guys. McDavid's been throwing massive hits. Listen, as a Canucks fan, I don't want to give him credit, but at the end of the day, it's this team has something. I mean, looking at Celebrini, so young, coming in, scoring the first goal of the tournament. This kid is going to be a future star. It's like every line has that guy that's either going to be a star, has been a star, or just someone that knows their role. And when you're looking at like USA, for example, there's a lot of guys that want to be that guy, and maybe they're just not, and it isn't working. I don't know what the sense is, but listen, Canada is just kind of in a league of their own, it feels like at this point.
Yeah, and the other thing too, because obviously we're on Leafs Digest, so talking point, the narrative around Austin Matthews has been weird. Like, everyone's like Dylan Larkin should be captain, and I'm like, Matthews hasn't been playing bad. Like, I don't know what this is. Not even Larkin. Like, I hear people saying like Brady Tkachuk. Like, Brady Tkachuk's played 6 playoff games in his entire life, and he lost to Austin Matthews. So,
He met Elmo.
he met Elmo though, and he said it was a unique opportunity
Something like
to
that.
meet Elmo. I don't even know if that's the original Elmo. It's not the original Elmo. I can probably promise you that. So that's an interesting. I wonder if he's meeting Ernie and Bert today. That would be interesting, actually, to see. But that's a real thing that happened. I actually thought that was a fake tweet until I saw the picture that you showed me. That it was very real. So that's the Olympics, ladies and gentlemen. We also can't show any video clips. I was hoping we could show like some video clips or pictures, but the IOC is like, no, you can't do that. We don't want anyone to see what's going on. Unless you
We'll have to get the Stephen Ellis graphics.
yes, the or Jordan Binnington in that beautiful
Yes.
caricature drawing. Shots are 4-2 right now. We're 15-10 left in the first period, and I think Canada's playing like too nice right now, to be honest with you. Like, this looks too pedestrian.
I'm worried they're going to get into that mindset of they can coast through the game, and we've seen that time after time.
Yeah, and
So
and then you can get into trouble there. They're showing the Canadian goaltenders rocking a 980 save percentage in the Olympics so far. What? What?
nice.
And US is not even in top 5. So it's been a tournament so far. Darcy Kemper is not going to see the ice in this tournament.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't get a game after the whole Logan Thompson debacle they had a couple past a year.
Yeah.
But
nice shot there from Cale Makar. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. He's also won the Stanley Cup. Like Logan Thompson has not won the Stanley Cup, which like it does mean something and it doesn't. I don't know. Like Logan Thompson's having a better year, so it's fine. But like, I don't know. I think that's interesting how it's like Jordan Binnington, rah rah. He's won a Stanley Cup. He should be in that. And then it's like Darcy Kemper, nah.
At least they're not letting shots in from half like USA yesterday.
Yes, that. I was also watching the Canadians women team who beat, I believe it was Germany yesterday morning. And there was a shot from the blue line. I mean, just like not a good shot whatsoever, and it went 5-hole in. And I was like, "Huh, this is." That was very interesting. I've never seen that before.
It has to be the boards with like the multicolor, just the dark overall board.
Yeah, I also like how there's no ads on the boards.
Yes,
event. It's quite nice.
It's not refreshing constantly. People getting lost behind it.
Yeah, exactly. We will get to some comments. There's some people commenting on both channels. We'll get to that during a commercial break as well. We'll take throw questions and stuff in there as well. We'll take a bunch of that stuff. Thank you everyone for tuning in on Leafs Digest and NHL Digest. Rebranded. Some of you guys might be like, what's going on? This was Hat Trick HQ. This is now NHL Digest, and we are simulcasting on both channels. So if you are watching on NHL Digest and you're like, I don't remember subscribing to this, you did. And it is a different channel. We got Canada going to the power play now. First penalty of the game going to France.
Celebrating is a hell of a player.
He can move, man. That is certainly a player.
How many people have made it under the age of 20? There can't be a huge list.
Crosby didn't even do it.
No. Because I guess, like, the fact of being this good and it lining up perfectly, but...
Right. Under 20, I mean, you got to go back to Gretzky. Well, probably. I don't even know. Profit saying over on Leafs Digest. Also, shout out to everybody. We got the same amount of viewers on NHL Digest and Leafs Digest, so shout out to you guys. Angel Voices on NHL Digest is saying, don't worry, Canada is not going to blow the game. The question is how many goals they can rack up. And that's a good point because goal differential does actually matter today, and they need to score as many goals as they can because they're fighting for the 1 seed against the U.S. And if Canada does get the 1 seed, they're actually on a collision course to meet in the gold medal game anyway, which is awesome. I would love to see that. I think that would be fun. Like, I don't know, like, what other matchup is of interest, like, to that level? Like Canada-Sweden? No.
I think Denmark's sitting top of the division as well, which is kind of crazy.
Right. On top of group, what is it, C there? Is it group A?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Okay, so Macklin Celebrini, 19, became the youngest player to play for Team Canada at the Olympics with NHL players.
Okay, so that's crazy. He's
Nash,
only 19?
Rick Nash was the previous in 06 when he was 21.
Wow. And also, like, it depends when it lines up, right? Like, Macklin obviously just joined the league last year, and the Olympics are this year. And they're back, which is nice. Oh, this looks dangerous already. I think that just went off the crossbar. Here comes Belmar. Does Belmar still play in the NHL? Plays for Tampa, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I think he may still. That's a good question, actually.
That's a horrible question. I should probably know that. But
Crosby's also the third player to be 38 to play for the Canadian Olympic team.
Yeah. I think it's the Yzerman and Joe
Al
Thornton?
McGinnis and Martin St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis in 2014 when he won the Art Ross randomly as a dinosaur. This power play is so stupid. Like, I know they just missed it and the puck came out, but like, oh, I mean, that is just horrific by Sam Reinhart, who we don't like here on the channel.
See, the worst thing is watching this. Once the season comes back, you're gonna be watching the Leafs. I'll be watching the Canucks, and it's gonna be nothing like
No,
this.
I mean, they're zipping it around on the power play now. Like 5 of the world's most elite players, possibly like a top 5 list you can make. And besides Sam Reinhart, it's just true. And then we're just gonna go back to watching like Max
That save was
Domi
crazy.
on power play 1. What a save! Wow. He got that with his stick. That was crazy. That came out probably. Damn. Power play does look dangerous though. They do need a goal here. 7 shots only.
I feel like it's one of those games where the first goal for Canada is going to open a floodgate.
Yeah, it'll. That first goal is going to crush some spirits.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, yeah.
That save was
I do
crazy.
think. Sorry to cut you off, but France is much better than people realize.
Yes.
A lot of these teams actually are a lot better. People are like, Canada, of course they steamrolled Czechia. What? Czechia's one of the top countries and programs in the world at this point.
Until they play Latvia and their goaltender makes 70 saves again.
Right. Which Latvia, not a bad showing.
No. A little biased, but I think Shilov should have started the entire tournament for him. But
Who's in net for them? Nice.
They had Merzlankins at first, but I think Shilov's took over after halfway through the second game.
Okay. And I believe Latvia won this morning.
Yes.
What's the Latvia that I saw? It was very early.
Denmark won, I believe.
Or in overtime, was it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wake up every morning, I see the score of the first game, and I'm like, oh, the whole game has been played, and I just woke up. That's the Olympics.
What's your thoughts on this top line, the Wilson, Celebrini, McDavid?
I love it. Because you got 2 guys that are so skilled. Not just skilled. Celebrini, for his age, his hockey IQ is ridiculous.
His defensive game has been off the charts. I know last year at one point he had, I think it was the highest face-off percentage by like an 18 or a 19-year-old since John Tavares.
Yep.
And
It's
there
ridiculous.
we go. Speak of the line.
Bang. Tom Wilson on the board. It's 1-0 Canada. It just looked a little too easy, I think, maybe. 1-0 Canada.
His quote was he got put in the penthouse early, so
I love that. That is amazing. That's like, I was gonna get back to saying with this line, I mean, they are absolutely zipping it around right now. And like you lose the puck and the guys have enough speed to get right back on it, get that puck back, and then like look at that play there behind the net. Tom Wilson goes, "Oh, actually this is my puck and there's nothing you're going to do about it." There's absolutely nothing you're going to do about that. And then he puts the rebound in. There we go, 1-0.
crazy thing with France too is they have to face that and then immediately the second line comes out.
know.
Well.
Oh my god, they scored. Oh my god, it's 1-1.
1-1 game.
Oh my god. Wow. That's certainly a rebound from Mr. Binnington there. Okay, it's 1-1. That was it makes it interesting, This is, and again, I think France is better than people realize. We got a game here.
That's a big rebound. That looks like the plays in St. Louis Preco not getting a rebound and Bennington letting one out.
I was about to say, because I'm looking at the replay, I noticed this Preco. I'm like, I've seen this before this season.
Yep.
I have seen that exact play before. That's... Oh my god. 1-1. Bennington looks locked though, He'll be okay. I hope. Shots are 9-4 to 1-1. We got 11 minutes left here in the first period.
I feel like that third line is the perfect calm it down line with Sidney Crosby. Mark Stone.
Isn't it crazy that it's like, the line, like every coach has a line that they put out after they get scored on, and John Cooper has Sidney Crosby as that guy for his third line. And like, not even, if he wants to put out the fourth line, it's still like an all-star team of players. It's so ridiculous. 2-on-1 here. Crosby and Mark Stone and Devontae scores. There's a nice little play there from Sidney Crosby. We're back in. Let's go 2-1.
It's not a game for goalies, but...
Oh, it definitely won't be for Francis.
I honestly thought that was going straight over to Mark Stone that entire time.
Right.
But
to be fair, I don't think Devontae's was in frame.
Yeah.
For a minute there.
And I guess Crosby is a professional hockey player, and I am not, so I
Right.
guess he reads that a little different.
He probably, yeah. He's like, this would be a good play. And I'm there watching my television screen, and I'm like, I don't even see Devontae's. It's one thing I've actually been talking about on the channel when I've been doing, because I've been doing a lot of watch-alongs here. A lot of folks have been along for the ride this season to watch the Leafs just absolutely decimate their standing with the fan base. But Matias Maccelli is so underrated in that way, where I'm not saying he's Sidney Crosby, but like if you watch him, like he'll have the puck and then he'll pass it tape to tape to somebody you didn't even like see, and you're watching on TV and everyone's on the ice, right? Like you're not even there.
There's
like,
so many guys in the league that just have that little bit to their game, and it's so underappreciated by so many people.
I know, it's crazy, but somebody just lost their.
It was the Lorax or
The
Bennett, sorry.
Sam the Lorax Bennett. Somebody lost their lid. Here comes the first line again. Oh my god. Anyway, you asked me about the first line. Oh, here's Celebrini. Nice little play there. I think it's just like those two guys can beat you for the puck, like the top players, like McDavid, Celebrini. They got the skill, all that stuff. They can put it in the back of the net, playmaking ability, and then Wilson's just out there like tossing his body around, and he's not even a slouch either. Like people are like Tom Wilson. He's like a caveman.
He's a
like
30-goal scorer. Yes,
he like Tom Wilson, like the Flintstones, right? With the bat, like the like he's gonna go around like that, like I love meat. You know what I mean? Like that's what people are like picturing him as. I'm like, no, this guy can put the puck in the back of the net. He's a good hockey player.
Kind of like the Kunitz-Crosby connection. You just need that guy that's going to do everything that your star players shouldn't have to do.
Yes. I'm interested for your thoughts too, because a lot of people, I watched him a lot in junior because I worked for the junior team that he played for in the OHL. And he was selected to the Four Nations face-off, played well, and people were like, who is this guy? And now he's on Team Canada again, is Thomas Harley. I think he's amazing.
His emergence last year, going into the Four Nations, he was the replacement guy, got in, and it doesn't even shock me to say I think he's a top 2 defender on this team. And it might sound crazy, but his emergence with Dallas alone, with the Four Nations, going into this tournament, he's made a name for himself around the NHL, and I think we're going to see him for a long time.
On like Team Canada, nice little play
top pairings everywhere.
Yeah, he is that good, and like we knew it. The staff with the team, like everybody kind of knew it. Like the coach, they're now the Brampton Steelheads, but the coach there, same coach that coached Thomas Harley. We're at commercial break, by the way. 7:54 remaining, 2-1 Canada. But his junior coach was like, this guy is going to be a player. And James Richmond, who was the coach of that team, he won a Stanley Cup with the LA Kings in 2014, and he was doing player development there. And then he was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So he was like, I'm going to coach a junior team. And, guys do that. Like, it was Dale Hunter did the same thing. So anyway, he was like, this guy's going to be a really, really good player. And now he's on Team Canada. And I'm not necessarily shocked, but I think he's just getting that much better, like every time. And I only bring him up because he laid a big hit, and he's just been so good. And he can transport the puck. He's smart. He's filling lanes. Like, I think he's just a fantastic player. Nobody really talks about him. And when people do talk about him, it's like, who is this guy and why is he on the team? And I just think it's weird because he's great. So
I have the stats there too if you want me to pop those up.
Yeah, I'll pop that up on screen. Thank you, everybody, tuning in. We'll get to some questions here in a second. Devon Taves with that second goal. And France actually getting a goal on the board. Also, John Cooper, like, the players respect that man. The players respect that, man. I'm going to bring up his stats here. Do you have it up, Mark? I'm going to switch over here.
It should be there, but I'm not sure if that's...
Let's find out. See if we got the stats here. Not up. We'll get to it in a second. Could also be my fault. We'll get back to that in a second.
I wonder if Rick Tocchet has said anyone on this team's out of shape yet.
Rick Tocchet is on the bench for Team Canada. Yes.
Yes.
You are right. Good thing Michkov is not Canadian. And he won't be a Philadelphia Flyer much longer, too.
No.
Which is crazy because, like, you could probably go off on this for a little bit. Like, Michkov should probably be a Flyer, eh? Like, it should be Tocchet that goes, like, obviously.
So, listen, I'm a little biased when I'm going to talk about this, but his tenure with the Canucks, it's the first time in my life. Now, listen, Bruce Boudreau was fan favorite, but Rick Tocchet actually got booed in his first game as the head coach for the Vancouver Canucks. And the irony is he got booed probably in his last one as well. We've seen him kind of leave. And it was one of those riffs. I understand Elias Pettersson has his issues. He's not the player he used to be. But Rick Tocchet challenged JT Miller to challenge Pettersson in that locker room. We've seen what happened there. Of course, JT Miller went to the Rangers. That's a whole different story.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it feels like one of those situations where we've kind of seen Rick Tocchet. He plays the dump and chase hockey. He wants to emulate what we're seeing out of John Cooper with the Florida Panthers, but he's doing it at a 1/100th of what we're seeing with that. So it's one of those things. I think he looked at the skills players. We've seen it with Kuzmenko, who's on the wing of Pettersson. Pettersson had 110 points. Kuzmenko had 40 goals in his first season in the NHL. And then Rick Tocchet turned them both into power forwards. So it's one of those things. I feel bad for Michkov. Sure, maybe he came out of shape, but Phil Kessel came out of shape every single training camp, it felt like at that point. And that guy won 3 Stanley Cups and the highest Ironman streak.
Phil Kessel used to drink Cokes in between periods. Like that.
And not get weighed in.
And not get, yeah. And he told, the Randy Carlisle story, right? He told him, he was like, I want that fat guy to, there were some other words in there, but he was like, when that fat guy gets on the scale, then I will. And he got his way. Crazy. Anyway, to go back to the Tocchet thing, JT Miller was also a 100-point player around that same time, right? So, like, he comes in, that whole thing falls apart. Now he's doing the same. The Flyers were a playoff team in January, like early January. I thought they were going to make the playoffs.
He's speed running the Canucks tenure. It worked for the first year, and the second year was downhill, and I think he got half a season.
Yeah. Sad.
I think he can be good with a certain roster, but it's kind of like John Cooper looks at that team. Yes, you have a lot of skill, but you don't have that Sidney Crosby type player. You don't have that Ovi type player.
Yeah.
And I think he has a lot of guys bought in and they want to go. I mean, Kucherov, yes, but looking at the team itself, you have a lot of skilled guys, but he has the situation where you can go out and get the best out of your players.
Yeah.
And we've seen it with the Florida Panthers, Paul Maurice. He's done an incredible job with it, but it's a personnel thing. I don't think Tocchet's ever had the players he wanted.
Right. Well, the players he wanted are probably
third line goons.
Yeah. The players you want are probably, I'm trying to think of, like, I don't know, a third line goon.
Colt Noor, Fraser McLaren.
Yeah. Give me those guys on the top line a little bit. Fraser McLaren. That guy scored a between the legs goal one time against the Boston Bruins. So ridiculous. That year that they lost them in the playoffs, the collapse. Here comes the first line again for Canada, which naturally France will not be touching the puck for the next 30 to 45 seconds. Wilson looks so goofy out there sometimes, man. Like, everyone's so much smaller than him.
I think he's double the size than anyone on that team.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. We are headed to a commercial break now. We got 5:30 left here in the first period. It's 2-1 Canada over France in Game 3 of the round robin, or what do they call it? Preliminary action in the Olympics.
Something like that.
But thank you everyone for tuning in on both NHL and Leafs Digest. Sport has been unbelievable. Viewership's actually the same on both channels. You guys have been awesome. So thank you very much for tuning in. We're gonna do a few more of these as well. And thanks, Mark, for joining me today. Your debut on, well, maybe not your debut actually on Leafs Digest, but we'll leave it at that. But certainly on NHL Digest, just rebranded from Hat Trick HQ, and we're going to keep you guys updated with everything that's going on around the NHL. With new hosts as well, I want to shout him out on the stream. Patrick has been awesome addition here to the team on NHL Digest, so shout out to him. But yeah, lots going on, and guess we can get into those stats. We have the Harley stats up on the thing. Let me do a little check. You want to get into him, a couple other players as well.
I also want to give a shout out to Slovakia for that little run they're going on right now.
They look awesome.
Dvorsky and Slavkovsky leading the way. I know Slav is probably not a hot topic on the channel, but
Nope.
That
in fact,
the team's playing
not
well.
at all. In fact,
listen, we spoke about Rick Tocchet. I think it's only fair that we speak about Slavkovsky.
In fact, if I could help it. Oh, I see now. We don't have a player. I understand. I'm going to switch it over to Leafs then. And we'll get that up. Play is back underway now. Yeah. We will bring this up shortly. I'll get back to that.
Shots are 14-4 for Canada. 5 left.
Got 5:20 left here in the first. McCarr doing a little dipsy doodle at the blue line. Also get to some questions here. We'll do some polls as well in the first intermission. Perhaps even the second intermission.
Maybe both.
Ideally, there's no third intermission, because that would mean overtime. Not really, actually. They would just play it, but you get the gist. Pareko trying to sauce that. Yeah, it was interesting.
What was your thoughts on them bringing back the exact same defense from the Four Nations?
I like it. Don't fix what's not broken. I have to say, and I want your thoughts on this too. Obviously, Bennett's on the team because of the injuries to Point and Cirelli. But looking back at last year, I could not understand. I said it at the time. I couldn't understand why Tom Wilson wasn't on the team. And I'm happy he is this year. Obviously, Sam Bennett's still there. But what are your thoughts on Wilson? Obviously, it's worked out, so it looks fine. But what are your thoughts on Tom Wilson on the team?
I think the big thing is, and listen, he threw that hit on Hedel, so I don't want to give him too much credit this season, but it's one of those players, we've seen him hurt Fiala. I don't like the aspect of some of his hits being legitimately bone-crushing, but right. I think it adds that kind of fair element. We almost had a goal there. The fair element of you can't be safe, because like a lot of these guys, Celebrini, an incredible player, going to be a face of the NHL, but he's not going to throw that hit that makes you question if you want to go for the puck again. So I kind of like having the Enforcer-esque, even though he scored 30 goals. But I like the fit on it. The one thing I'm shocked about, and I understand, younger player, but Connor Bedard not making this team after the year he's had is a little shocking to me.
He's had a good year, but I think and a lot of people are like, how on earth did Anthony Cirelli make this team? Obviously he's hurt and he's not there. But how did he make this team? The coach needs his guys, some of his guys. So I get it. And Tampa's a good player. Tampa's a good team, with good players. And Cirelli, I think he's a really, really good defensive player. So there's that. But Connor Bedard too is interesting. I know you can only play so many and bring so many players, but man, that guy's shot is unbelievable. So I don't know. Maybe they figured that you look at the offensive group and you're like, we're good. We'll score goals.
That's true. Yeah.
And they don't need him, but Celebrini's a different player too. So I get Celebrini. I think if Celebrini wasn't there, that would be a bigger question mark. Why aren't you bringing one of the best players in the league? But
I just think Celebrini's two-way game is so far and ahead. Not even just Bedard, but a lot of those under 24 players say.
Yeah. Celebrini's going to be probably a premier player.
Crosby, but obviously not that extent.
Right. Seth Jarvis on the team too again.
Do you see that all his buddies made it over thereafter?
Yeah, I think they flew them out actually.
Yeah,
Team
Air Canada flew
out.
them out, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome. They were a staple of last year's Four Nations face-off.
Yes.
I also think hot takes so far. Like I know we're only in the round robin, and like Canada and a lot of these top nations are playing teams that like don't have as much skill and whatever. And last year's tournament was only 4 teams, so like it's jam packed every game. But I just feel like last year's tournament had way more aura so far. Like there was, like I was up for every game, and so far in this one, I'm like, it's okay.
I think the big thing with that though, it's we got USA versus Canada so early.
Right. Yeah.
That I think that set the tone.
Yeah. And there's potential to not see Canada and USA at all.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. I think Canada's getting a penalty here. They're shorthanded. Pi, I might be a little bit ahead of you in the stream. I refreshed it and it brought me like way ahead for some reason. So for those of you that
everything fun.
Yeah. Who is that? Is that? Oh, Travis Sanheim. Travis Sanheim, by the way, if you look at advanced metrics, crazy player. One of the best defensive players in killing plays. Speaking of killing plays, he killed that play by taking a penalty. He's now in the box for 2 minutes. Or less. But I'm thinking it's going to be 2 minutes.
Let's pray it's 2 minutes here.
I'm thinking it's 2 minutes. We'll see what happens, though. 1:11 left here. The first.
At least the Olympic hockey has a actual rule book, which is
right. That you have to abide by, right? It's not game management. Oh, I feel like calling this now.
I don't know if you've seen, I forget what goaltender was. They were asking about it, and he's like, oh, they actually call goaltender interference correctly.
Right. By the rule. The NHL's kind of like how you feel on Thursday night. Like, I feel a little bit different than Saturday, so I'm going to call it this way. It's so ridiculous. Like, the other thing I saw, I think it was Macklin celebrating, he took that penalty in the last game, and they interviewed him about it, and he said that he was shitting bricks. I'm not going to... No PG here on the stream this morning, folks. But anyway, he said he was shitting bricks, I think was the exact quote. And Drew Doughty went up to him and was like, why? We have the best penalty killers in the world. And I was like, that's a good point. Swiss is a good team, though. Yeah. That's the other thing, like, I don't know, people, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, too. Like, people don't understand, like, Czechia and Switzerland are good teams.
Yes.
Right? Like, that, Canada with an impressive 2 wins there, I think. They got your boy Suter over there as well.
Swiss Army knife.
The Swiss Army knife, for no pun intended. But, well, that's certainly too many men, but okay, no call. And here comes Mark Stone. Nice goal. Oh, my God. What a goal by Mark Stone. That was actually very impressive. That was a great play to take that away.
The guy that turned it over on the back end for France, I swear he looked like he was 6'8".
He might be. 3-1 Canada here, right at the end of the first. There's 3 seconds left.
That's a big one.
Nice goal by Mark Stone. Completely reads the play. Him and Marner, the Vegas Golden Knights penalty killers.
Your favorite?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like Mark Stone. You're right.
Sure.
Right. That's who you're talking about, right?
St. Louis Blues
Mark
legend Texier turned the puck over on that as well.
Was that Texier? I forgot he played
it
for.
was.
He's playing for France, right?
Sorry, Montreal Canadiens legend.
Legend, yes. Montreal Canadiens shootout legend, actually. Nice. There we go. 3-1 Canada. End of the first period. Shots are 1 billion for Canada, and no, I believe it's 20 for Canada, and I think 4 for France.
17-6.
Well, I was very off. I didn't have the shots in front of me. I was guessing based on what I saw a minute ago. And yes, thank you for that, Pi. I appreciate that. But there we go. We're now headed to the intermission, which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed it too, seem a lot shorter than in the NHL. I don't know what's up with that, but I think the IOC is like 15 minutes, get your water in, and then you're back out there. We need money. We need get out there.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I noticed that too because I went upstairs one of the games to get a coffee because every game's in the morning, and I came back down. It was like 3 minutes in. I'm like, it didn't take me 20 minutes to get a coffee and do everything I was going to do, but I kind of like it.
That's what I love.
They're quick.
Yeah, I love that about Olympic hockey where it's like, here are the players getting on the ice. Wait a minute, the game has started. Like immediately. It's good because the NHL, they get out there and it's like, let's do both anthems, and also for some reason because your team is playing on the road tonight, it is whatever night. It's puppy night. We're gonna bring all the dogs on the ice, and the dogs are gonna sing the national anthem, and it's gonna take 5 minutes. And the NHL said this game was gonna start at 7:30, and now it's 8:30, and they haven't dropped the puck yet. That's how I feel about the NHL. I can't tell you how many watch-alongs I've done this year, Mark, where it's like 7:30 start, and I'm live, and I'm talking, and we're like, yeah, can't wait for the game to start. It's going to be fun. Everyone's in the chat, like, excited. And then I'm like, well, it's in Tampa tonight. And apparently in Tampa, it's I don't know, hurricane awareness night or something like that. And they're having all these folks on the ice. And there's a hurricane in attendance. He's there. And I thought he was in Carolina. Anyway, good start to Canada to this game. And thank you, everyone who's tuning in on NHL Digest and Leafs Digest. Sport has been unbelievable. But Mark, how are we feeling about the game so far? I guess no surprises. Only surprise to me is like France tying the game early, but outside
that was a big equalizer. But I think it's one of those things, we've seen the goals. None of them's come from that like quote unquote all-star player, or most of them are very good, but like nothing has came from that like superstar player yet, which I do like to see that we're getting contributing. Of course, Crosby set up the Devon Taves, but we've seen that Wilson goal that was off a rebound. The Mark Stone was a solo effort, and I think
And I would like you to go back to your point because it was a good one. I'll bring it up though. Sorry. All right, we're back live. Sorry, technical difficulties is what happens with the nature of live streaming. But Mark, you were making a good point about how Canada isn't, I don't want to say flashy, but they're just getting it done. And like Crosby hasn't been the hero yet. McDavid hasn't had like a huge moment yet. Like they've all been on the score sheet, but like they haven't had these moments. But that speaks to the depth of the team, and they're flying around out there. So look good.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is like we're going to get that big moment. There's going to be one of these powerhouse teams that they end up facing maybe in the finals or whatever game they end up finishing in. But I feel like we're getting contribution from everyone at every level, which is exactly what you want. Just hopefully that doesn't fade early tournament. But listen, It's a team that if 3 or 4 or 6 of the guys fade, you still have 6 franchise players skating around the ice. So someone's going to step up at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like they'll be okay. I'm excited to see what they do. I do want to bring this up because we have it now. Mr. Thomas Harley, as you can see here. Actually, Mark, you can't see this, but he blocks a lot of shots. He's fantastic and doesn't take that many penalties. Super disciplined player. He can move the puck. He transports the puck, and by a result of that, he has good underlying numbers and good offensive numbers. Like he picks up a lot of assists, whether they're primary or secondary. So he's a player, man. I like this guy a lot. Smooth skating, very mobile. He is super smart. Like he fills the one thing that I'll give the Florida Panthers credit for is they know how to fill these lanes and pinch at the right time. And I feel like Thomas Harley's really, really good at that, like reading the play, but not screwing his team over, basically. So he's a solid player. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with his NHL career. He's already, how old is he now? He's probably like 26, I think, at this point. But he's just continuing to get better. In Dallas, they always find these guys. And guess who, I can't remember the guy's name, scouting staff for the Dallas Stars who had, that great track record. He works for the Toronto Maple Leafs now. So that's...
Because that was the draft. They got, Robertson?
Everyone.
Ottinger. Yeah, that's a good point. Every single player.
Every impact player on their team was drafted in 2 drafts, I think. And then outside of that, they had some really good, who did they give up for Rantanen? Stankoven. He was
2 first-round picks, I think, as well.
right, but yeah, exactly. But they have those assets to give up to acquire a player like Mikko Rantanen, right? Like that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've been talking about with the New York Rangers. A lot of people talk about it. They can't develop players, and I'm like, not only is that a problem because of like Capo Caco, and then you go out and acquire like JT Miller to fix the problem, which is absurd. You can't develop players like Capo Caco to play on your team. I'm like, not only that, like you can't even trade Alexi Lafreniere now because he stinks, right? Like you don't even have an asset. That's the one thing Dallas is really good at, like guys like Thomas Harley and all that. They develop these players that not only can they play and be an impact player on your team, but then you can trade them if you want, like to get other good players, right? Like as an asset, you build this asset up, and there's so many teams that are so bad at that, and it blows my mind. I don't know, and they have so much money. I don't know.
I think we're going to see Carolina get into that kind of sense now where they have so much draft capital. They have so many young guys.
Yeah.
That's a team that I don't think there's anyone in the NHL more aggressive than them on finding that next big star to trade for. We've seen with Mikko Rantanen, they almost traded for Mitch as well.
Right.
So,
right. They wanted him, and well, we know how that went. Mitch said,
yeah. Someone said Suzuki's playing really good. I got to give him flowers. He has been. It's Patrice Bergeron light. That's exactly what, and that's no hate to Suzuki. It's just we've seen Bergeron win 50 Selkies in a row. It felt like at one point.
Oh yeah.
And Suzuki's a good player.
I like Nick Suzuki. I'm gonna bring up his stats here now as well, or his advanced numbers.
He's fit on.
No, he can score. You can see this here, goals per 60. Like he high percentile in the entire league, 98, 97 percentiles. Like his plus minus is unbelievable, and the Habs are like, I would have to look at their entire team, like their underlying numbers, but I just feel like even last year, like that's not a thing that they would have been known for. So pretty good this year. Super disciplined. He has a great shot, like very underrated shot. And you knew he was going to be a good player in the OHL, going through like Guelph and stuff like that, but he is a first line center, so he is certainly developed into a nice little player for the Montreal Canadiens. So yeah, credit where credit's due. Yeah, it's okay. No, I like Nick Suzuki. I'll say it. Like I can appreciate like good players. Like I don't like the Habs very much, and that's known. And this is Leafs Digest, and also streaming on NHL. But no, I can appreciate good players, right? So he's a good player. He's solid for that team. I wish he wasn't on that team, and I hope he leaves. But that's the way it is.
It's technically Vegas's fault.
Right.
Max Pacioretty trade, I think it was. That's how they acquired him.
Yeah. That is exactly how. Yeah, and to think he would be on Vegas right now too. That's interesting. But yeah, Pacioretty was a good pickup for Vegas at the time. But Profit on Leafs Digest was saying, I don't think I would take Harley, because you said Harley is a top 3 defenseman.
On this team, just to be fair, like team.
Yeah. Of course, okay. of course. But I think you said it with that context too at the time, anyway. But he said he would take Taves and Makar over him, but he would be like 3. How do you feel about that?
I feel like Taves is a very good player, but when looking, I'm not going to say he's a product of Cale Makar. I don't want anyone to think that, but I feel like on their own, if you have 2 guys running a line themselves or a defensive pairing, I feel like Harley has that edge in almost. How do I want to say this? Devon Taves is a very good shutdown guy that plays incredibly with Cale Makar. Of course, he has a goal this game, but I think Thomas Harley's that guy where you can lean on him. Like, it's not because Heiskanen's good. It's because Thomas Harley can run that defensive line. We've seen the last year when Heiskanen was out. He's a guy that can almost be that anchor on a power play. And I don't know if Devon Taves can do that at this point. And not hating him, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah. And like, I think it's a fair point. Like, yeah. So
either way, they're very good.
They're all really good, and we're debating top 3 defensemen. And people get so upset about like those conversations all the time. But yeah, like I don't know.
Tyler Myers would be the best defenseman on this team.
Yeah, that's great. That is crazy. He is Canadian though, and played in the World Juniors for this team. Played in the World Juniors, so that's certainly something. Have you been watching any? This goes for the chat as well. Anybody been watching a lot of the Olympics, like outside of hockey? Because some interesting stuff with some of the games. I don't know if you saw it. I forget the skater's name. Did you see was it ice dancing? Not ice dancing. Can't remember the sport. It was an American, and he was ranked #1, and he was supposed to come in and win the gold medal, and he fell twice during his routine, and he finished last. Yeah, and it was the commentator. So it's interesting. I gotta figure this out. I gotta find out who this is.
Did you see the controversy between Team Canada? I think it was Sweden in the curling tournament.
Yes, where the Canadians told yes.
That got a little heated.
That got a little spicy. That did. But what was his name here? So, okay, the U.S. is, I believe it's Ilya Malinin, who fell twice during his routine. He came in as the heavy favorite. He was going to win the gold medal. Like, there was nobody that was going to take this gold medal from him. And this was in the intermission of Canada's last game, to give you context. So I was watching on CBC Gem. Shout out to them, I guess, whatever. I was watching CBC Gem. And when you don't pick like a specific sport, if you're just watching like the day thing, they'll cut to something else during the intermission. Like they'll cut to like snowboarding or whatever, like skiing, whatever's going on, right? So they cut to that. I'm just watching, and this guy's like doing his routine. And I'm like, this is crazy, right? Like this, I couldn't do this. So I'm just watching it. I'm floored, whatever. And then he falls, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that doesn't look like that's supposed to happen, right? But I don't watch this sport, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are supposed to fall. Who knows? Obviously not. But then the commentator, like, and I love watching like those types of sports because of the commentary. He's like something horrific has just happened was in his voice, right? And I was like, am I watching history right now? Because just the way he was, I couldn't even mimic it. I would have to watch the clip again. But like, Mark, I'm telling you, like the way he was saying, like just the way he sounded was like somebody had died. Honestly, like. It was the worst upset in the history of the sport or something like that. And it might have been actually from all the articles that I've seen after. But yeah, he was supposed to come in and win the gold medal, and they ranked him last. It wasn't even like he got like bronze or anything. He lost.
Just like, completely, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, you fell twice and you lost. So that was, and maybe I'm being ignorant. I don't know anything about the sport, right? But I watched that, and that was my like initial reaction. Just watching it in passing in live time, because I have no idea what was going on, to be honest. Like, I don't watch the sport. I don't keep up with that specifically, but it was shocking. Like the comment, it was just, they were like, this is a moment in sporting history. I was like, oh my God. And I'm watching it in passing, you know, it was interesting. It was interesting.
I want to give a shout out. Someone in the comments said, yes, Canada will not blow this game because they're not the Leafs. I want your opinion on that.
Correct. Yes. And you know why? They no longer have any Leafs on the team. Well,
that's true.
Kind of. Former Leafs. Do they have any, are there any other former Leafs on that team? I don't think so. Drew Doughty in spirit.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been traded to the Leafs like 20 times over the last 20 years.
Did you think John Tavares was deserving to get onto this team? That's one I wanted to ask.
I have to be honest. From probably midway through December on, no. But if you ask me in November, I'd be like, yeah, he probably could make the team. Yeah. But no, he hasn't had a good back half of the year, unfortunately. Which is odd because the Leafs have. But that's how it goes. I don't even know.
Send him back to Long Island.
They got to start looking. No, don't do that. That would be horrible. Thank you for coming home, John. I think they got to start looking at a second line center, the Leafs, to be honest with you. Now, granted, the team you watch should probably look at finding any type of center.
Pettersson scored 2 goals last night.
Yeah.
Just want to.
Lucas Raymond had a nice goal.
He did.
Yeah, and he set up Pettersson for the one. Pettersson's a good player. I think he just needs like other guys.
Yeah, his most productive season came with Kuzmenko, who is a flashy, speedy goal-scoring winger. Yeah. And since then, he's had Mikheyev, who you're very familiar with as a winger.
Very familiar with Mikheyev's skill set.
Linus Karlsson this year is incredible for the Canucks. Underratedly, I think, leading them 5-on-5, and this is his first year in the NHL as a full-time player. And he also has a Vanderkane who I think I could be more productive than, but that's a different topic. It's
Uh,
Pedersen's a good player, but I think he needs that driving force on his wing.
yeah, that's kind
Kind
of
of like
yeah.
Matthews needed with Marner. But
Yes, and so here's the thing. I'm starting to believe that narrative. Also, we're back for the drop of the puck here. I get the time going here. Puck has dropped officially on the second period. I'm starting to believe that a little bit more, but I don't subscribe to the fact that it has to be Marner. But I do believe
yeah,
that Austin Matthews needs a
it's a
player.
co-partner on that line.
He needs somebody. Yeah, he needs he needs not Bobby McMahon and Max Domi. Like
Yes.
that's where
I
we're at.
think the Leafs and Canucks are in a similar situation where you have that elite talent. It's just they're not built to help them.
Yes. And like Matt, and then the question comes into like a lot of people I've seen this too. Mark Lazarus is on a campaign to tear down Austin Matthews at this Olympics, by the way. But I see the question like, okay, if somebody needs to transport the puck to Matthews, is Matthews that good of a player? I'll frame this. Ovechkin needs somebody to give him the puck.
Yeah.
And look at the way we talk about him, right? I also think back to, because Mark, you watch the Canucks, but you like the Leafs a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So, the same, I don't know if you remember back in like 20 maybe 17, like the same things were being said about Ovi, and then they won the cup and it all went away.
Yeah.
Like everything went away. He's like, and then all of a sudden he was one of the best players in NHL history. And I just think the disrespect is insane, and it's probably just because Austin has not won a Stanley Cup. So
It's one like you'd like these players. Obviously, there's moments like Austin Matthews himself or Elias Pettersson himself will completely take the game over, but it doesn't feel like it's as much as people want, and obviously they'll be upset about that. But I
right,
think there's something there. Like Matthews is not a slouch defensively, obviously. He's a good centerman that has debatably the top shot in the NHL. Pettersson, elite defensive center, which has a good shot as well. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's one of those things. You need to get that player that fits there, and Brad Treliving and Patrick Allvin just haven't done it for the respective group now. The Canucks are in a rebuild, and hopefully Ivor Stenberg fixes that, but
Ivor
I don't know.
Stenberg, who is, by the way, definitely going first overall.
He has to.
Yeah. People still talking about Gavin McKenna. I'm like, let's start watching some highlights, guys. Because
Both are going to be good.
yeah, no, they'll be good players, but I think Stenberg, he has better numbers than the Sedins. Like,
He's
at
putting
his
up a
age, it's
historic
crazy.
season in the SHL.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Now it's different. It's a different game. North America's
Yes.
different, but that was a nice play by McCarr. We'll see how that plays out. But I just wanted to get that out there. Like, I think the disrespect to Matthews, especially around this time of year and from the American media for their own captain, is crazy. So I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there. And I think like if he wins a cup, like everything goes away, because he's going to be the leading American goal scorer in history soon, like
Yeah.
before he's 30, which is crazy, and like beating out Patrick Kane, who's one of the best players of all time, and he's outpacing Ovi at his age right now, which like he would have to play as long as Ovi does, but he's outpacing him. So I don't know. Who knows what'll happen, but
I have a weird feeling watching this right now that it's going to be a bad bounce Canada's way. And I know I shouldn't jinx it. I know I shouldn't say this, but
it looks like the early stages of the first to me like too pedestrian. Like they're
yeah,
playing within the game. Nobody's like gonna break through.
everyone gets so comfortable.
Yeah, where they gotta, because I think they know in their heads like we're probably gonna win this game, but I think they
Yeah.
need goals. You need to finish first, and this is their third game. They need to finish first, so don't leave anything to chance. See, just put that on net, Sandheim. But I will say, little trivia for you. Do you know when the last time Canada's Olympic team lost was?
Like lost just a regular game.
Like a game, yeah, any game.
It had to be pre-Crosby, right? I don't think Crosby lost one.
It's not pre-Crosby. I'll give you that hint, but it's a while ago.
God.
Bonus points if you can get the team too. I'll put this to the chat too. Anybody watching this right now, and thank you again for the support on NHL Digest and Leafs Digest. Appreciate you guys. But for anyone watching right now, when was the last time Team Canada's Olympic team lost? I'm gonna check the chats here.
So if it wasn't, so I'm guessing either Vancouver or Sochi.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the weirdest team, isn't it?
I'll say no more, but you. I'll say you're warm.
Norway.
No, that's crazy. They did play Norway one of those. I think it was 2010, right?
I think so.
Yeah. That was one of
It
those.
wasn't USA.
I'm not saying.
Was it It wasn't Latvia.
They almost lost to Latvia.
Yes. That was
Christos Gazglesses, or I can't even say his name.
The former Tampa goalie, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 60 something saves.
Yeah, 65. I remember watching that in class, and I was like, What is happening? Please score." That was an incredible
Latvia randomly gets, and not randomly, they have a great development program, but like, they have a lot of goaltenders stepping up. Like, Artur Shilovs looks great for the Penguins this year.
Yep.
He won a cup with Abbotsford Canucks last year, of course, AHL, but there's a lot of Latvian goaltenders that have really step up, and Latvian players.
They that's actually a country that like shows up big in those big moments. Like that I respect it. Even like World Juniors, like it's like their developmental program, I guess, is like it's just built in.
Yeah.
Like for these big moments, so
I think in Latvia, Shilov's nickname is the Secretary of Defense, just because of how good he is in between the pipes.
Yep.
So that's the thing with kind of like, I feel like a lot of people have the narrative of this dominant force, but so many countries have taken that next step with the young guys stepping through, or like just overall building something.
Celebrini just made one of the moves of all time. And Canada draws a penalty. I don't know if it was on Celebrini or McDavid. McDavid with one of the worst shots of all time off of that play.
I think it was the hook on Celebrini after that move.
Yeah. That's a move.
He used the skill stick.
Outside, inside. A little hook in the hands. That's kind of it's a bit of a soft penalty, not gonna lie to you.
I think that's the second one he's drawn this game, because the first power play was him
also
against the boards, yeah.
Yep. 19 shots to 6 for Canada here. And I would enjoy it if they put it away here. Just get up 4-1. Call it a day. Marchand not playing. I forgot about that as well. He's out. Morrissey's hurt. A lot of guys getting hurt at the Olympics. That's going to be a conversation once they get back, unfortunately. Kevin Fiala is missing. Yeah, sorry.
The Jets season is going to be a story to talk about with Morrissey out.
Yeah. And he had that otherworldly season last year, too. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was last year.
I want to get one of those Team Canada jackets that Morrissey had on. Those look nice.
They are very nice looking.
I don't think you can buy those, but
no, most likely not.
We'll have to try out for an Olympic team next year.
I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I wish you the best, Mark. I believe in you, but I don't think I'll be.
I'll finish last in some skiing event.
The only way I would even sniff that, and let me tell you, wouldn't be close, is if the NHL players weren't there, and it would not be close. Because then you'd have a bunch of like AHL guys going.
I want to shout out to Newfoundland legend Eddie Pasquale for making the Olympics last time they played without NHL players.
He went to was it Beijing 2022?
I think so, yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually. Bailey is asking who scored. Devon Taves has one.
Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson scored the first goal of the game. And I can't for the life of me remember. Yes, Mark Stone. Shorthanded breakaway. How could I forget that? Mark Stone with a great play, actually, shorthanded with 3 seconds left in the period. So we got Tom Wilson opening the scoring, Devon Taves from Sidney Crosby, and Mark Stone unassisted shorthanded. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of...
Nice little play.
Speaking of Merkstone, what's your thoughts on the new LTIR rules? And obviously didn't think of that for any reason, but
I think they uh, they had to do something, but I don't love the that you only save like the percentage and the fact that it's going to go up because
the
the cap's going to go up.
3.8, yeah.
Yeah, so you save an average of everyone's salary, so it's 3.8 this year. And
Big save by the team. France goaltender again.
On Celebrini.
Yeah.
We're now headed to another commercial break with Brad Marchand waving to the crowd. Because he is a fan favorite, you know. Tom Wilson scored, Devon Toews scored, and Mark Stone scored. That's where we're at right now for Team Canada. Nivea is saying, we are not Canadian, we are Canada. On NHL Digest. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
What's everyone's favorite Olympic moment? So
Somebody asked that?
like, no, I'm just asking myself. I feel like it gotta be most people if you're from Canada, the Crosby, correct?
It's interesting. Like, I don't even remember the gold medal game in 2014, but I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when Crosby scored that goal. It's
like ingrained in my memory.
I think it has to be. It has to be that. I also, for some weird reason, remembered Rick Nash scoring against Russia. Like that's burnt into my memory for some reason.
One of my favorite players of all time. Fun fact.
That play, that goal.
No, just Rick Nash in a general.
Oh, okay. Rick Nash was awesome. Power forward, he was awesome.
Do you remember that deke he had? I think it was against.
Yes.
What team was it? He was on Columbus.
I think it was Phoenix at the time.
Yes, and he deked out two guys.
Yeah. And the commentator goes, "A nice move, another nice move." I remember watching that every morning. They would play that. Those like top tens, Sports Center.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Every morning.
It was that one, and then William Wallin going between the legs for the St. Michael's Majors in the OHL. Every morning they were like, "Hey, check this out for the 500th time." I hated those. I love the top tens, but then like it got to a point where it was like the same clips every time.
Same thing, yeah.
I'm like, we need some more stuff to happen.
50s now.
They could. Of all time, I'd like to revisit some of that. Or who was the guy that went between the legs for the Rangers in the shootout? I think I've seen that clip 700 times.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
Yeah.
I remember Paul Ranger kicking the puck in a preseason game on a shootout attempt.
I do remember watching that. I thought it was weird because there's no like ads on the boards and stuff for that game. It's a preseason game, and he kicked the. And then Randy Carlyle was like, "This guy is never gonna see the ice again."
Was that the same preseason that Kessel chopped down John Scott like a tree?
It was, yeah. A lot happened to the Leafs in like a 1 year span there.
And the Clarkson.
Yeah, like over the course of like a year and a half, it was like the collapse to Boston. Paul Ranger kicks his stick in the shootout. Kessel chops down John Scott after John Scott was like, "I'm gonna kill you" for some reason in a preseason game. And then I think it was like 8 months later, the whole organization's like, "We're gonna rebuild because we suck and people stop going to games." Here's McDavid. Ooh, Thomas Harley. Nice shot. Nice little chance there. Here's Macklin Celebrini. This is so ridiculous. Like, they're just playing around. Shots are 23-6 for Canada.
I feel like I'm watching a Canucks game. Canucks being Team France right now, but...
Oh, nice. Did he stop that? Did you see that?
Catching up here now, I think.
What is happening? Put the puck to the net. I think he stopped that. I would like to see a replay.
It might have hit the outside of the bar, or it was the tip of his pad.
Right. Like, it might have been going wide anyway, to be fair. But Oh, that's a big hit on McKinnon there. He does not.
A lot of goaltenders in this tournament as a whole have been playing off their heads.
Yeah. Besides Team USA.
Yes, which we love to see.
Which is fantastic for Team Canada. Oh, Suzuki forgot how to play the sport there for a second. That is offside and icing, I think, all in once. And there will be a whistle. They're going to show a replay here, I believe. McDavid goes through the whole team for the first chance. And there's Thomas Harley stepping in again. Kind of like we've been talking about. Oh, that's a class pass. Yep, you were right. You were correct.
Was it outside?
Yeah, right off the bar. So, didn't save it. You suck, goalie. No, I'm just joking. He's played very well today. That's the street hockey classic, you know? You suck, goalie. And then having to move for cars.
Everyone's favorite.
Yes. Yelling car. And then you get that little stretch of like there's so many cars for some reason, randomly. Just
going into mission.
Yeah. Yeah, water break for everyone. His third line's buzzing now. Marner, Crosby, Stone. I also think it's interesting how there was a little adjustment against Switzerland, but then they've gone right back to the same lines.
Yeah.
Because who was it on that first line? McKinnon went up to the first line for a bit against Switzerland. Ooh, nice. Nice. McKinnon, too, looks unbelievable in this tournament. What a team. What a lineup.
I just like the passing of the torch here. It feels like the Crosby to McDavid to, well, obviously not Celebrini yet, but it's like the 3 generations of elite.
And the one thing that, like, we haven't gotten it since last year. This, like, the best on best and all these guys playing together, they don't know how to play together, because at least back then, like, most of the same guys were on the team. You'd have, like, the Niedermeyers and stuff like that, Getzlav, right? And they'd, like, know how to play with each other, whatever, and they knew each other. But that kind of went away forever. So now these guys are, like, reconvening now. And, like you said, like, there's different generations of, like, Crosby teaches McKinnon, teaches, not really, but, like, the same way Crosby teaches McDavid, teaches Celebrini teaches the next generation, you know? So it's pretty cool. And this probably will be Crosby's last Olympic Games, right? Like, he's 38.
I was going to ask you that, but, like, 42-year-old Crosby, if he's in the league, do you give him the 4th line?
Depends what level he's playing at. But to me, like, if he takes a dip in production, like his level, he's gonna retire anyway. That's just the type of guy he is, right? So, like, we'll see. He is. I think him and, like, Ronaldo are the same in terms of, like, how their bodies held up and, like, what they're doing at their ages. So, like, I could see it. I could definitely see it. And Joe Thornton was still playing. And he wasn't very good at, like, 42. Like, yeah, he was an NHL player, but, like, wasn't that good.
Passing wide open to where he thought Merlo was going to be.
Yes. That's right.
The big thing with Crosby to look back on is how much unfortunate injuries he had at the start of his career, and he's still 38 in the sport at a point per game dominating.
Yep. Dominating. That's the thing, right? Like, and he said it himself, like, if he takes a step back, he'll retire. But he hasn't. But he doesn't even look close to taking a step back. Like, I don't think he's... Canada just drew another penalty. Bo Horvat, who I feel like I haven't seen at all today. He obviously isn't Crosby of, like, 2008, right? Like, he doesn't move the same. But he finds different ways to get it done. He's a spectacular.
27 goals, 59 points in 56 games.
Yeah.
At the age of 38.
I think he's also one of the most underrated goal scorers of all time.
Yes. Doesn't he have the record for most point per game seasons in a row? Or
yes. Yes. I think he has 21 point per game seasons in a row.
Which
I think he missed the full season, didn't he? Because of his concussion?
Or if he didn't miss the full one, it was, like, close on.
Yeah. I think it was 10-11 he missed a lot of. Or maybe it was 11-12. Can't remember.
11-12, he played 22 games,
That
36
was
the next year, and then since then it's been 77 basically every year.
yeah. Bang. There we go. Cal McCarr, ladies and gentlemen. Needed that one. Put the game out of reach. That looked a little too easy.
Quinn Hughes who? We got Cale McCarr over here.
They are 1 and 2 to me. Probably in
Yeah.
the league. You know who I put 3 though? This would be an interesting conversation.
Who is it?
So
Morgan Riley.
I mean, that's just crazy. Also, Canada, coming into this game, I want to get back to the defenseman thing in a second, but coming into this game, Canada needed more goals to keep pace with, not just keep pace, but stay on top of the U.S. for that first seed, and they're +5 up on the States right now, so, and I don't think it's going to slow down, and they almost scored again. Sorry, to get back to the defense conversation. So, I think, like, McCarr and Hughes, to me, are interchangeable 1 and 2. Like, when you talk about, I don't know if you feel the same. Like, I know you like Quinn Hughes. Or do you anymore? I don't know. Like, how do you feel
Touchy
about that?
subject, but continue.
Sure, sorry. To me, they're 1 and 2. Like, if I have a conversation with people, like one of my neighbors, Habs fan, we have conversations sometimes. We talk. And we're both like, or at least I tell them, like, interchangeable 1 and 2, Cale McCarr and Quinn Hughes. Number 3, to me, I think right now, I have to be honest, at least this year, I don't know if he'll keep it up consistently, but I think it's Seider from the Red Wings.
His defensive game, I think, is well. Offensively, I think you have that tier of Quinn and McCarr, of course,
Yes.
Evan Bouchard, but I think his woes are enough to drop him down the list. But I think with Mo Seider, it's one of those things. Not only is it one of the coolest names in the NHL, but his defensive game is so far ahead of, I shouldn't say so far, but not only is he physical, but he's one of the guys. You don't see the clips like where Quinn Hughes got cakewalked one night or Evan Bouchard got cakewalked 70 times in one game. Of course, I'm a Canucks fan, so that's going to continue. But I think it's one of those things. If you're looking at complete player, I think Mo has a chance to be one, which is crazy to say.
But that's exactly, you nailed it, right? And my thought process, at least, that, by the way, Canada, that last shift by the first line looks like NHL 26. That is so ridiculously, they're just zipping it around, and huge save from the France goaltender as well. Credit to him.
Mike Brewer is on the phone right now trying to get Tom Wilson on a line with.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the goaltender, but he's made some big saves, man. That's a huge save, and they're all quality chances. They only have 26 shots, but they're all quality. Anyway, I think Seider, for me, like, you nailed it, where it's like offensively he's the best defenseman in the league. No. I think there's actually other, besides those two guys, Quinn and Cale, better offensive defensemen than him, but he has the chance to be like one of the most well-rounded defensemen. His physicality, his defense, the hockey IQ, defensively, like, I think he's up there now. But he has to do it again next year. He has to do it again.
It's one of those things that's a shame too. It feels like who has the most points as a defenseman. Let's be honest.
That's what the Norris is at this point, but it's so stupid. Like, that doesn't, I don't.
It all changed with the Erik Karlsson. Now, to be fair, what do you have, 120 points? Something like that with the Sharks team.
Yeah, but that's super impressive anyway.
Yeah.
So that made sense. But like, let me I'll pose something to you. Like, what if Morgan Riley had 90 points, but he was on the ice for like 100 goals against?
Yeah,
I'd be like, this guy sucks at his position.
Yeah.
So,
like, I think there is some obviously analytics that I go into in the eye test of it, but I think a lot of people just look at the box score. Oh, yeah. Quinn Hughes won it because he put up 92 points. Cale McCarr won it the next year because he had 94 points. Right. I'm not saying that's bad. They're both franchise-altering defensemen. But I think there's a different leg to it, and I think Mo has that edge.
Yeah. So, to me, I think he's there. But he would have to do it again. Because, like, he's having a good year. Detroit's having a good year. If they come back next year, they miss the playoffs, he doesn't look that good, then I'm like, we're not doing this. But Anyway, headed to commercial. Shots are 27 for Canada. It just feels like it's more. They've dominated play here. 4-1 for Canada. Your goal scorers are Tom Wilson, Devon Toews, Mark Stone, and most recently, Kale McCarr. It's 4-1. And thank you everyone again for tuning in here on the simulcast. We're live on NHL Digest and Leafs Digest. Don't forget to like the stream. We're going to do some more of these as well, probably as the Olympics go on and when the playoffs roll around for the NHL. That'll be a lot of fun too. But it's been a lot of fun to... And also, if you're watching on NHL Digest, this was Hat-Trick HQ. We have rebranded to NHL Digest. So thanks everyone for subscribing and tuning in. We are at a commercial break. Scoring leaders at the Olympics so far. You want to take a guess at the top three, Mark?
Is Slavkovsky up there?
Yes.
I'd see it on my screen, so I feel like I shouldn't.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
McDavid's going to set records at this rate.
Yeah. I mean, we still have one more period to go. He has 8 points in 3 games so far, and the third game's not done. So, and I would suspect Canada... Listen, anything can happen, but I suspect they're going far in this tournament. I do believe that they're going to play in the gold medal game.
I wonder what the first big upset will be.
Sweden.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I think they're horribly coached. It's actually shocking.
Forsberg being as the 13th forward.
It is shocking. Like, I get it in terms of, like, if you only provide goal scoring, therefore we need more, right?
Yeah.
I get it. It's not even that decision. It's the deployment of other players. It's the OEL getting dressed and playing 0 seconds in the first game. I think they're horribly coached. Bad deployment. And, yeah, they won that game yesterday, but that goal by Dvorsky, like, they're going to get a tough matchup in the quarters now. Like, I think they could end up playing the States.
It was funny, too, with that game versus Slovakia. The Forsberg chances for goals and assist chances was top of the team by far.
Right.
Which, it's like you're looking, it's like, hey, this guy was the 13th forward, and then he was your best forward. Best player.
Best player.
So.
And he only played, what was it, 9 minutes, I think, in that game? Or 11?
I think, yeah, he played, I think it was next to Pettersson and Raymond, wasn't it?
Right, yeah, on that second line.
Which is a crazy third line, to be fair.
Right.
But.
Oh! What a save. Where is it? Oh, he's got it. The other crazy thing, so the coach came out and said that it's hard to find, so they asked him about Forsberg. This is why I think they're going to get upset, because it's the dumb coaching decisions like this. They came out and they said, is he hurt? No, he's going to get up, right? France goalie looks uncomfortable. Sorry, to get back to it. Sweden's coach came out and said it's hard to find a spot for Forsberg to play in the lineup if he's not in the top 6. Why isn't he in the top 6?
Yeah, you can easily move someone down.
Yeah. Oh no, France's goalie, he's still down. Equipment thing?
I mean, if you want to look at Canada, Sidney Crosby's the third line center, and I think that's working perfectly.
Right, yeah. And I'm sure Crosby in his head is like, cool. I don't have to do like the heavy lifting anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Did he lose a skate blade? What was that? That was quick.
Yeah, his blade's out.
There we go. Okay. That was incredibly efficient. Somebody find that trainer's name. That was quick. He's going to be a meme now. Shout out to that guy. McDavid hasn't scored today, but he's put up a couple points already. Macronio is saying that he's feeling very good today because Canada's up 4-1 and Arsenal also won. So shout out to you. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm glad you're having a good Sunday. Although I will say, I'm glad that Man United is now, for the majority of this season, top 5 rather than bottom 5 last year. So that's really nice. Oh my, nice play by Horvat there.
Such an underappreciated player around the NHL.
Yeah. A forgotten player, honestly. Yeah. Like, And I wonder if it's because he's in... Because there's more attention around him when he was a Canuck.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's because he's on Long Island now. On Long Island? In Long Island?
They built a new stadium. I don't know if it's on Long Island, maybe.
Would it be... So if it's an island... If it's an island, it would be... The stadium would be on Long Island. But if you're, like, telling someone you were going somewhere there, would it be in Long Island? Would you be in Long Island?
If you're looking at Newfoundland, for example, that's an island, and we stay on the rock.
Right.
Not in
the rock. Yeah, see, that's weird. But then...
For anyone watching, by the way, it's 4-1 with 3 minutes.
Yes. It's a whistle. We're having a conversation. Sorry.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 20 seconds left here. Stoppage in play, I should say. McKinnon is now back with the top line. Just wanted to point that out. And he's playing center. So McDavid is now a winger with Celebrini and McKinnon. Why is that line together when you're up 4-1? Cooper's like, I want 10 goals. Please provide me this.
He's seen 11 goals scored on Italy. I want the record here.
Man, this goalie's making some big saves.
He's playing like that, was it Clara for Team Italy?
Yep. Celebrini breakaway. That should be a penalty shot. It's going to be a penalty shot. Oh, baby.
Third drawn penalty from Celebrini this game.
Third, yeah. That's incredible. Penalty shot from Macklin Celebrini.
Sure, shout out to Sharks Digest is having very fun. Well,
yeah.
In the sense of Celebrini, maybe not Team Canada, but...
Right.
Conflict of interest.
Is he their only player at the Olympics? I think so, right?
John Klingberg's definitely not here.
No, he's not.
That's a good question.
I think he might be. I would have to look for sure. Here he goes.
Because Eklund didn't make it.
Celebrini. Oh, that's class. That is class, ladies and gentlemen. I had a feeling he was going to score, but I was like, I don't know, goalie's feeling hot right now. That's
this
nasty.
Is the next generation of Canada hockey.
Yeah.
Right here.
That is so perfectly placed, man. Look at Bennington. You see that? Look at this. He just touches it. It's perfectly placed. And then no Selly. Goes by the bench. Not a big deal. Been here before. Shootout. Sorry. Penalty shot goal at the Olympics. No big deal.
Is that his second or third of the tournament? Second, right?
I believe that's a second. Yes.
Someone asked, how many goals does McDavid have? I know for a fact he has 8 points so far.
Yep.
I think 3 goals, maybe? He hasn't scored this game.
He's not scored today. He has points today, but he has not scored. I think the 8 is today too. It's up there. Oh, another goal.
Yeah.
Wait. Who was it? Hagel? Oh, Crosby. Crosby scores. That was a poor guy, man. Poor goalie.
Yeah, did that hit him last? Yes, I think it did.
Yeah. Okay. He has put in an incredible performance, but Canada was due for one of those as well.
Yeah. I can't wait to get older, have children, then be like, Dad, tell me about the 2026 Winter Olympics. Look at Sidney Crosby, Macklin Celebrini, Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon. The list could go on all day. It couldn't, but...
Right. It's that clip from, you ever see the clip from Malcolm in the Middle where the light shines down on the dad when he goes to explain? Yeah. Bryan Cranston's character, when he goes to explain. It's like, tell me about the 2026 Olympic team. Well, son, let me tell you, Macklin was on that team. Crosby was on that team. McDavid was on that team. One day we'll look back at this and be like, this is so... Like, I know we're already doing it, but you'll look back and be like, this is insane.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a special feeling with this Olympics too, just because of When's the last Olympics we had? 12 years ago?
Yeah,
Well,
14.
with NHL players.
Yep.
Like,
And it was in Russia, so all the games were like 6 a.m. I didn't watch them.
I was in high school during the last Olympics.
Yes, yeah.
Well, sorry, the last NHL player
Yeah,
Olympics.
yeah, yes. Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. 4 years ago.
Shout out, Finland won the last Olympics in the hockey tournament, though.
Yep,
Shout out to them.
they did. They did.
Defending champions.
Yep. And then I think athletes of Russia won in 2018.
I believe so.
I think that's what that was back in 2018. And then before that was the Sochi Games.
The TJ Sochi Olympics.
Yep.
That was one of the craziest things I've seen. Well,
Yeah,
it
that was awesome.
7 attempts in the shootout.
That was so cool. How does McDavid do that, man? That's... What a player. Oh, nice play.
I think it's safe to say I'm comfortable with a 6-1 lead. But
Yes. Considering France has one more shot than Canada has goals on the board, I
You
believe
never
Canada
know.
will win this game, yeah.
ice tilt kicks in eventually.
Got 10 seconds here.
It's nice to finally be on the good end of a game starting early compared to 10:30 p.m. start times.
I don't know how you do those West Coast start times, man. And
And watch them lose.
I watch them lose every night. I don't know how you do it.
Because this is a midday game for them, correct? Yes.
Yeah, I believe this is this game would have started at, I want to say 3 p.m. for them.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Which is also tough. Like, one thing that a lot of people don't realize, there's a lot of guys in the NHL that don't play afternoon games.
Yeah.
Like, the Leafs never play in the afternoon. If you play for the Leafs, you don't know, like, what that is. Like, how to prepare for that. So, now if you play on the Flyers, every Saturday, for some reason, they play at lunchtime. But,
Yep.
anyway. 6-1
And then
Canada.
every second Saturday, Mitchkov gets into a game.
Oh, he's in every game. You just don't notice him because the coach doesn't play him. Coach, by
True.
the way, Rick Tocchet, who's behind the bench for Team Canada.
Sadly.
Nice. Shout out to everybody who's watching here on both channels. We're simulcasting on Leafs Digest and NHL Digest. The support has been unbelievable so far. If you're watching on NHL Digest, yes, this is Hattrick HQ, but we have rebranded to something a little bit newer. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Anybody know how many goals? Why is everyone asking how many goals McDavid has? He doesn't have any goals today. A lot of people... I'll throw this to the chat as well, and to you, Mark, too. I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday. Are you excited for the NHL to come back?
As a Canucks fan or just as a fan of the sport?
Fan of the sport. Fan of the sport.
Yes.
Okay.
As a Canucks fan, I'd rather it be the draft lottery, but sure.
Right. I mean, yeah, makes sense. I don't know if I am. This has been a lot of fun.
It's...
I'll,
I feel like this is fun, but the playoffs in the NHL is also that second beast that I want to see. Even if my team's not in there, it's this atmosphere.
exactly. So that'll be...
And I want to see a fight. We haven't seen a fight in this. I don't think they're allowed to get banned, right?
Yeah.
Or suspended.
So, no, I thought you did. I actually searched this up. I thought you did get suspended, but you only get kicked out for the game
Oh, okay.
that you fight in.
Good thing George Peros isn't running it.
Wow. Yes, that would be... well, it's a good thing there's only a limited amount of Leafs as well, because then...
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody would fight, and there would be like two guys... Let's say, like, I don't know, Latvia and France. Two guys fighting in Latvia and France, and then George Peros would be like, how could I suspend William Nylander
Max
for this?
Domi, you are suspended when the season starts up. It's like, what?
Troy Stetcher, 5-game suspension. Wait, I
Troy
wasn't
from
even
Richmond.
there. Troy.
Good kid.
He is from BC, right? He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Isn't he? Yeah.
He was an undrafted player for the Canucks, and your guess is as good as mine why they didn't keep him. The kid from the same province, but no, he's... I don't know why the Oilers let him walk. I really don't.
I
The cap, maybe?
Maybe to do what? Okay, what did they do first though? Did they trade? No, they traded for Jari after that. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that was to open up that extra room, though.
Like maybe, I guess.
But is Jari that big of an upgrade? I'm sorry if there's any Oilers fans in here, but
I don't know. Well, we're in the intermission here, folks. It is 6-1. Connor McDavid has tied Jonathan Toews for the most points in a single Olympics, and he did it in 3 games.
we're not even halfway through this Olympics.
Did we all just take that in? We're not even done the 3rd game. And he has the most points. He's tied for the most points in Olympic history. And we're not even done the 3rd game. And Canada should probably play another 3 games.
Someone asked, do you guys think McDavid and McKinnon will score? Honestly, at this rate, we might see a goal from almost everyone.
I think McDavid is going to play 4 shifts this period.
Maybe. Fair point. Matthew Schaefer, by the way, I want to give him a shout out that's on the TV. Could have debatably been on this team as well as an extra defenseman.
Probably could have. If they could take like 3 or 4 guys instead of the 2 extras, I think he'd probably be there. Yeah. If we're talking defenseman, I think he probably would have been there. Which is crazy, man. What a player. 18 years old. Or it might be 19. No? I think. Anyway. Hell of a player.
Just watching the broadcast here. Why does Elliot Friedman have 17 notebooks in front of him?
It's a lot of players. There's a lot of players.
A couple trade rumors here and there in that book.
What have you heard in that book, Elliot?
Where is Evander Kane going? Please let me know.
Is Evander Kane getting traded?
Yeah, he's been linked to Colorado and Dallas as 2 teams that have shown interest.
Okay.
And the LA Kings with Ken Holland, of course, former general manager of him on the Edmonton Oilers.
Yes.
And they're looking for a winger now with Kevin Fiala out, so.
Yeah. He's out for the season.
Yeah, so if you want to fill it in, pause. But if you want to fill in that position of need.
Right. You can. Yeah. But he was also a rumor. Was it the Islanders?
I think for a little bit, but I think that kind of...
that died out pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just watching Macklin Celebrini's movement for his age is insane.
Yeah, he's super deceptive, man. He's crazy. Crazy.
If Kiefer Sherwood can score 20 odd goals with Teddy Bluger, I wonder how much he's going to put up on that top line with Celebrini and Will Smith now.
He hasn't really played, right?
No, so he was injured when traded, and I think he came back for 1 game before the break.
Right. So I wonder, he is going to play on that top line, I would imagine. So
yeah, 35 goals maybe.
Did he sign? He didn't sign an extension yet, though.
No, so he got traded with no extension, but I think he was super interested in just signing anywhere that he got traded.
Right. Like, he just wants to get it done no matter where he is.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Everyone watching, go put who's your favorite NHL team down there as well.
Yeah, well, on one of the channels we're live on, I know what the answer is.
That's very over on NHL Digest.
On NHL Digest. We are live on 2 channels right now, by the way, folks. Thank you very much.
The entirety of Leafs Digest just says everyone loves the Toronto Maple Leafs.
You'd be surprised. Yeah. Leafs suck in the chat. No. None of that here on Leafs Digest. Also, Nick and I are going to have a video for you guys later, for those of you watching on Leafs Digest. Like right after this stream, we'll have something up for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let us know your favorite NHL team.
Everyone on NHL Digest, me and Nick will not have a video today, but go check out Leafs Digest. They do awesome content.
Thank you. We might have a video out on NHL Digest. Who knows? But yeah, we got a bunch of... No matter what team you cheer for, here on NHL Digest, we probably have a channel for it. So just type in your team name in Digest, and we probably have a channel for it. Florida Panthers, Colorado Avalanche, San Jose Sharks. If you want to hear about Macklin Celebrini and what he's doing, go over to Sharks Digest. Got
Shout out to the Avs fan down in the comments in NHL Digest.
There we go. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Avs. Shout out to Nathan McKinnon. Mark, I'll be right back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to grab myself a water, but if you can hold it down here for like 30 seconds, I will be right back. And yeah, keep spamming the chat, guys, with your favorite teams. We got a Washington fan in there, and we'll get to it. We got the third period coming up here in a few minutes, but yeah, I'll be like 30 seconds.
Sounds good. Yeah, I don't know if anyone feels different about this Olympics, but just looking at the lines for Team Canada right now, it feels like, I'm sure a lot of people were here when talking about this earlier on, but it's one of the situations you have the three generations of talent coming through right now. We've seen like Sidney Crosby kind of move down to this third line. We've seen Nathan McKinnon take over the second line, Connor McDavid, but then you also have Macklin Celebrini. This Olympics is one of those great feelings of the passing of the torch. I just kind of pull up the lines, but also shout out everyone down in the comments on both channels right now, by the way. Especially any Canucks fans that are still somehow watching hockey like myself. Someone said David versus Goliath. Shame on Canada. See, this is one of the tournaments, and the big thing is too, you're going to see a lot of people kind of upset about maybe someone scoring 11 goals like we seen yesterday. I think it was against Italy, but with this tournament, you need to reach the maximum amount of goals. We seen yesterday where Sweden won a game versus Slovakia, but because Dvorsky scored in the final, I believe it was 28 seconds of the game, that goal actually pushed them over in the standings. So I don't know. You guys can let me know how you feel down in the comments, because it's one of those situations where it sucks to see a team shell someone by 11 goals, 12 goals, outshoot them by 50, but in the name of the tournament, if you don't get that top spot, it's a rougher path going through. We know Canada's fighting for it right now. Up, I believe it's 6 goals on USA for the top spot. Slovakia, like I said, that one clinching goal, we've seen them celebrate like they won a championship, but they were down in that game, but it was just a big moment of scoring that extra goal. See what the Olympics. But if Canada's up a bunch on USA, they should probably slow down in the scoring, because it does start not to look the best. Yeah, so just like a recap of the games that we've seen so far. Yesterday, for example, Finland 11-0 against Italy, Latvia 4-3 versus Germany. Denmark lost to USA after USA let that blunder of goal. That was a close game at first. I don't know if anyone's seen the Logan Thompson letting a shot in from center ice, though the boards are a different color, so it looked a little weird from his angle. But the Sweden-Slovakia game, like I said, Dvorsky scored to make the game 5-3 for Sweden, Dvorsky being on Slovakia, and that ended up being the huge difference maker. Like, Darius, I was just kind of talking about how we're seeing a lot of teams shell teams. And you kind of feel bad, but you got to.
Yeah. Yeah. I was also, sorry, I was distracted by the chat because somebody put David against Goliath, shame on Canada. And if I had air horns to play right now, I would. Go Canada, go, make it 21. I don't care. This is international competition.
That's what stemmed this whole thing here.
Okay, because I saw that and I'm like, no. Make it 20. I want 14 more goals, to be very clear, by Team Canada in this third period. I don't think it's going to happen, but I just want to be very clear about that. But yeah, Dvorsky looks very good for Team Slovakia. I will say that as well.
He's been there's a lot of young guys taking the next step.
Oh yeah, which is good to see. Future of hockey, right? They keep talking about the golden age being here, and the next golden age of hockey and stuff like that. But yeah, freestyle skiing happening right now on my television screen.
Is that the one they go downhill with like the dips? Because
Yeah.
my knees already feel pain watching it.
Yeah. Did anyone else see the Lindsey Vonn? Like her leg like exploded. I think on her first like trial or whatever it was. Crazy.
So for the leaders for Canada, by the way, Sidney Crosby 1 goal, 2 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Stone 1 goal, 1 assist. Connor McDavid 2 assists.
Ridiculous.
Jordan Binnington rocking an 857 save percentage to this game.
Yeah, that goal. I had a feeling like France will end up with 12 shots.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Shots are 33-7 for anyone just tuning in.
Yeah. Got some figure skating coming up after the game for anyone who's interested.
It's my second favorite sport.
Even above basketball. Wow.
Check out Figure Skating Digest, hosted by myself and Darius.
Yeah. Where we are judging. We are the judges. Back to commercial here. We're gearing up for the third period, folks. Should be starting in a couple of minutes, I would think.
Shout out to everyone watching on both Leafs and NHL Digest as well.
Yes. That's 6-1 Canada here. Your goal scorers are, let's see if I can remember them. Tom Wilson got the first one. Got Devon Taves, who got the second one. Mark Stone got the third one.
Summary if you want as well.
I'm trying to see if I can remember them. Mark Stone got the third one. I believe the fourth one was Cale Makar. The fifth one would have been a penalty shot from Macklin Celebrini. And then we have Sidney Crosby off of a knee.
That was spot on.
Perfect. Look at that. 6-1 Canada there. Also find it funny with the Olympic coverage. Like if you watch the highlights, by the way, on YouTube. So like the Olympic, what's it called? Channel, or like CBC will post these highlights. In the middle of the highlights, if you go watch them, there's like, it cuts to like a random like monument in Italy for like, like 20 seconds. I don't know what that is, but I thought that was weird. I was watching highlights of like the women's, like Team Canada women's, and I was like, why did it cut to a monument? I was hoping to see some second period action, but yeah. What's up, Jose? Nice to see you today. Hope you're doing well on this Sunday afternoon now on the East Coast. Did start this stream when it was morning. This is certainly the earliest stream I've ever done on any channel.
Gotta get those numbers up.
Yep. There was also, Shanahan got fired. We were live. That was pretty early. That was probably like 12 noon when it happened. But yeah.
I'll be back in a minute or two. I'm just gonna get some water.
Yeah. Go through all the scores and see what the Olympics are saying right now, guys. So I know Mark went through like some of the games, so I'll go through some of the standings right now. We have, and a lot of these games are still yet to happen. I believe Czechia plays Switzerland still today, so keep that in mind. We have Group A, which is Canada, Switzerland, Czechia, and France. Canada is poised to win 3 of 3 games and finish with 9 points at the top of the table. We'll see what happens in the game later today between Switzerland and Czechia. Switzerland right now in terms of goals for, or goal differential, I should say, are in second place in the group over Czechia, and France is going to finish last in the group with 0 points because they're losing to Canada right now, and it is their third game. Now, Group B is very interesting. It looks like Sweden's going to end up in third, or they are ended up in third. All 3 teams ended up with 6 points. Italy with 0 points, but all 3 teams, Finland, Sweden, and Slovakia with 6 points. But your standings, because of goal differential, are Slovakia 1, Finland 2, Sweden 3. Then you have Group C, which is the United States, Germany, Latvia, and Denmark. And as it stands with 2 games played, all teams still need to play a game. I think some of them are playing today. I believe U.S. is playing Germany later today as well. U.S. is on top of that board with 6 points. They have 2 wins in 2 games. Germany is 1-1 with a loss the other day. 3 points. Latvia has 3 points for winning, I believe, today over Denmark in overtime. And Denmark at the bottom of the table with 0 points. And now we are underway for the third period, ladies and gentlemen. They have just dropped the puck. And here's Connor McDavid on a breakaway. He scores. Connor McDavid scores. He now holds the all-time lead. The all-time lead for points in an Olympic tournament. And he has played 3 games. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, ladies and gentlemen. What a goal. Speeds in for the breakaway. 7-1. Canada over France. And there he is. I suspect he plays very minimal minutes the rest of the way here. Celebrini another point as well, playing with Connor McDavid there. He gets the assist on that one. Nice little game here at the Olympics for these two. Nice give and go there by McDavid, Celebrini. McDavid blows past the defender, tucks it in on the breakaway. Shots are 34-7 for Team Canada as well in this game. Jordan Binnington rocking what I believe Mark said was an .857 save percentage. But that's okay. They barely have any shots. Ooh. Nathan McKinnon with a nice play to fill the lane. Brandon Hagel goes to take the shot. Nothing there. Nice back check by Suzuki, but Suzuki's been falling a lot this game. Patrick saying, do you think the Canadian women can pull off the big upset? To me, the best 2 teams are USA and Canada. And the US, I think the selection for Team Canada. Oh, France scores. Holy smokes, what a shot. Slap shot from the circle. They score.
I fear I'm bad luck to come back to this, but...
Well, Mark, I was going to say welcome back. You missed Connor McDavid breaking the record. He scored on a breakaway from Macklin Celebrini. And now France, with a slap shot from the circle, has beaten Jordan Binnington.
I'm unable to leave anymore because apparently France will score again.
Not going to lie, that's a horrible goal to give up. I mean... it is a pretty good shot, but I don't know.
Even with 2 goals on, what is this, the 12th shot, do you think they still run Binnington going further? I feel like you have to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's Binnington hasn't seen a shot in how long now? It's been a minute, and he was sitting through an intermission. He's fine. Not a good goal to give up, though. I'll say. Like, you have to.
I feel like you ride him until
we almost let that
it's a 4-goal against game and you're down.
Yeah. So I think you continue to ride him. But he has 7 saves in this game. I don't think you can look at save percentage. Like, you can bring it up, but I don't know.
Mikkel Klingsberg, who just won Canada's first gold medal of the Olympics as well.
Nice. What sport was that in?
I can go back and look.
Sorry.
It all happened. Muggles, I think.
Okay. Ooh, Kel McCarver.
Yeah. No, Canada gets first gold.
Nice. That took a little while. But we're in the gold column. In the gold.
Shots are 35-9, scores 7-2 for anyone.
Yep.
Just tuning in as well.
Puck gets out of the line. I would suspect we'll see less of Canada's top guys the rest of the way here. Although we will see. what the plan
What's
is.
the goal differential for Canada at the top of the division? Do you know that by chance?
I can find out, but I don't have it in front of me. I don't know if this is updated. Let me find, where's this USA? F +7, +9. I don't think this is updated right now.
Because they're up 5 going into the game, correct?
No, they were up 5 at one point during the game.
Okay.
They were up 2 going into the game, so I would say they're up up 7 now, I believe.
And USA has Germany today at 3:10 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
So that'd be,
which I think, in theory, if you look at that group, Germany might be the toughest matchup.
yeah. They lean so heavily on their top guys as well.
They are playing. Yeah, do you see the ice times for Draisaitl, Stützle, Seider, and I'm missing a guy. Anyway, the top guys. You're right. they play like half an hour.
Yeah. Shout out Lucas Reichel as well. Vancouver Canucks or Abbotsford Canucks player scored his first Olympic goal last night.
Nice.
Sure everyone on Leafs Digest was happy to hear that. Shout out to any of the Canucks fans here as well.
We like information here on the channel. We like new information.
Paterka is probably the extra one, I think.
Yeah, JJ Paterka. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. They're all playing like almost half the game, give or take a couple minutes.
I feel like a big thing a lot of teams, I know you kind of briefly spoken about Canada not since like before the Four Nations, none of these guys played together unless you're, Cale Makar and Devon Taves, but I feel like a lot of these other programs have a lot of games together.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm sure Latvia trains constantly in the off season. France.
Although like a couple of the guys, sorry to cut you off, but like, Marchand and Crosby and McKinnon practice, but not like the whole team or majority of the team, right?
Cole Harbour Sydney line.
Yes. Well, that's a nice move by Sam Bennett. I will give him credit. Shea Theodore, so calm, cool, collected at the line. The only thing I will say is, and you brought it up, I think, like an hour and a half ago, is I don't like Canada playing in these types of games where you kind of lull yourself to sleep in the third.
Yeah.
And they score. Born is on the board. It is 8-2 Canada. And yes, even though it's 8-2, I will play the horn.
I think we need 8 horns right now.
No. Just one per goal is good. It's too much.
Seen someone say that it's a good thing that Binner's having his bad game versus France. I agree. Get this out of the system.
Yep. No, exactly. Binner's also like, he's the type of guy that like, he needs to see shots, I think. Like he gets better as the game goes on if he's being peppered.
Yeah.
Right? He's unbeatable if he gets rolling. So. Well, that's 8-2 now. And we still got quite a ways to go here in the third.
3 more goals, and they can tie yesterday's 11-2, well, nothing win, but...
Right. Suzuki is all over the place today. Somebody's got to check his skates. Spinning out.
It's that rank.
It might be, yeah.
I'll be honest, from the camera angle, it looks awesome. I think the rink looks great from here,
yeah.
But...
It is a little smaller.
Roof.
Where did that go? Oh, up and out.
I feel like it would be an awesome atmosphere. Shout out to my aunt that's actually at this game right now. But
oh, for real?
Yeah, she flew down there as her retirement gift to herself. Shout out to her.
That is phenomenal. She's at the game.
Yeah, I think she has a couple of games that she bought tickets for.
I will say too, like the atmosphere for Canada and what was the last game they played against the Swiss? Like the crowd was awesome. That was really, really cool.
That Slovakia game yesterday, I know I've talked about that a bunch. The atmosphere there looked phenomenal.
Yeah, the fans are. I hope they go pretty far. Slovakia, that'd be a cool
Yeah.
story. And like, they have the good representation there in terms of like fans and stuff. So I always do you find this weird? Because like I was thinking about this recently with like the World Cup. They go, they'll show people in the stands, right? Like FIFA World Cup, let's say, and they'll be like, "Oh, they're the fans of Poland," and I just feel like that's weird because I think aren't they just Polish?
Or they'll say it and they're all just full gear as Team Poland. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
oh, here's fans of Team Slovakia. I don't know. I understand because some people cheer for certain teams and they're not like that nationality, right?
yeah.
So I guess it does in theory make sense. But I don't know. I was thinking about that recently. I'm like, aren't they just like Team Canada fans? Wouldn't it just be like, oh, Canadians, right? I don't know. It's funny. Something to think about. You know?
McDavid's stride
Yeah.
is.
He, he
It
gets
looks like when you first play NHL, you put it on the lowest difficulty and you're just skating around
he gets
everywhere.
going. He gets going fast, quick.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how he does that. Well, I do because he's an animal and he trains very hard. But so
Do you think Crosby still has that neck guard from when he was first in? Oh, there's the Jarvis friends.
oh,
That
they have made an appearance. He definitely does. He definitely does. Shout out again. We're a commercial break here. Shout out again to everybody that's tuning in on Leafs Digest and NHL Digest. Your sport has been unbelievable all day. If you haven't yet and you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep you up to date with everything on Leafs to do with the Leafs. Obviously on NHL Digest, keep you up to date with everything going on around the league daily. So the biggest storylines from the NHL daily, ladies and gentlemen. And interesting story as of late. Obviously, Dvorsky at the Olympics, but in terms of NHL news, Tampa Bay Lightning have been playing very, very well. What are they, like 22-2 in their last 24 games or something like that?
I
That's ridiculous.
believe so. They're the hottest team in the NHL.
Yeah,
It's
so that's a big story. We got a video on that on the channel as well if you want to check that out. But whew. Patrick's saying he believes that that net guard should be mandatory in the NHL. Thoughts, Mark?
honestly, I'm fine with it being mandatory. I think it could be one of those situations we're seeing with the visor. Obviously, like what is it? Three guys don't have visors at this point because they're
Yeah,
grandfathered in. So
that's where I was going with it.
I think that's what they're going to end up doing. It's going to be a situation of, hey, we would like everyone to get it, and then the next wave of generation that comes through, you have to get it
Yeah,
because it just makes sense. It doesn't affect your play. Obviously, it might be uncomfortable at first, but we've seen too many instances where someone has a situation where it's extreme and
yep.
avoid it as much as possible.
I agree with the grandfather. That's where I was gonna go with it. Put it in like next year, so then everyone who comes into the league next year starts to wear it, and then
Yeah.
and eventually at some point, like 10 years from now, everybody's wearing a neck guard. And
Thomas Mechanic is so happy to see this happening.
built into his Under Armour. But I think he not him. Sorry, I think like you get used to it if it's part of your equipment. Like from a young age, you'll be fine, right? But it's just
Yeah.
that like around 15, 16, these guys don't have to wear it anymore, so they just actually they might depending on the league you're in, but if as soon as you don't have to wear it they take it off, it's more comfortable or whatever, but it doesn't really, I don't think it affects your play that much. Like
No.
when I
And
played
it
it
might
didn't
take a
bother
bit to
me.
get used to, but like we've seen goaltenders switch the size of their pads. We're seeing players
Yeah,
over the years, the sticks get smaller, for example, or like the curve be different.
yeah,
So,
yeah, everybody used to use the same wood stick and now it's like, oh yeah, I like a P29 curve. Like okay.
yeah.
Like sure. I will say though, curves do have an effect. I found one I like personally, and I don't sky my shots anymore, which is good. So that's just a personal thing. I used to
I
send
don't
every
think it would
shot.
matter on the stick. I'm not hitting the net. So,
It actually, I get it now though. It does matter a little bit. Like
yeah.
at the end of the day, like some of the things are ridiculous that some of the players do, but I have noticed the difference personally, where it's like, oh, I don't shoot like 10 feet over the net anymore. Perfect.
Couple of chances here. It looks like Canada's getting a little sloppy and it
Yeah,
scares me.
yeah. Not moving the puck. They're not skating.
No.
McKinnon completely gave up on that play like a minute ago. Marner just took a crisp 25-second shift, which is fine. Okay, here we go. Oh, what a poke check. Seth Jarvis. Look pretty good there. Did they switch goalies? France?
I believe so.
They did, didn't they? Yeah. They're interviewing, by the way, in between whistles, one by one, all of Seth Jarvis' friends on the broadcast.
Those helmets are hilarious that they have on the
awesome.
the Jofa Buckies.
Where's Jarvis from? Out west somewhere, I think, right?
Yeah. Winnipeg area, maybe?
I feel like that's right, yeah.
I could be completely off. But
he is from... Doesn't want to tell me. Yeah, Winnipeg, Manitoba. You nailed it, actually.
Look at that, spot on. It's almost like I cover hockey some days.
From out west? Mark's like, I'm not sure, but I feel like he's from Manitoba, Winnipeg. I'm not sure where he's from. I feel like he's from Saskatoon. Mark, you're bang on. That's
spot
incredible.
on.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys are the best story of the Olympics right now.
Oh, yeah. They were a good story last year, too.
Yeah.
Like they were.
They did that, like, 15-hour road trip, wasn't it?
Yeah. They were into it. I think to Boston, I think, for the final.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Shut up, friends.
A lot cheaper to drive in that group than fly, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Celebrini's way here. Tries the move. Can get around.
His passes seem like they're spot on, but they're just not connecting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the guys are hiding right now, too, though. Like,
yeah,
not getting to areas because they don't really care because it's 8-2. So.
Hey, the goals could be the difference on holding.
No, you're right. You're right. I would like to see another one. It'd be nice to, because you don't know, like, oh, well, ask and you shall receive. Brandon Hagel 9-2. That's absurd timing. Beautiful.
Assisted by Nathan McKinnon. I think 10's the nice sweet spot for goals.
Yeah. Yeah, get to that nice round double-digit number. No, we'll call it a day. Everybody go home
happy. Yeah. Maybe want to score 12, that's even better.
Yes. I did say it was a nice play. I did say I didn't think it was gonna be like the Italy game yesterday. It's close. Like they've let in a couple goals, but it is close.
Same amount of goals scored. It's just split between two teams this time.
Teams, yeah. It's true. It's true. All right, one more now. We're getting greedy. I was gonna say as soon as Hagel scored, you never know what happens in that game later between the U.S. and Germany.
Yeah.
So might as well get a couple more.
So we're all rooting for Germany to at least have a good game.
Yeah, make it competitive. I think it will be,
Yeah.
though. Germany has some solid players.
Talking to Tampa, Brandon Hagel was quite the pickup a couple seasons ago for them.
Oh, yeah.
When Chicago traded him because he was 23 and didn't fit the timeline of a rebuild for some reason.
Right. McKinnon just got absolutely nailed, I think, in the head.
Yeah.
And the France player said, sorry for smashing your head in. I don't know if he gets hit. It's a blindside hit. Yeah, it's to the head. It's to the head. We'll see. See what they call it. 2 minutes for interference, probably. It's a big hit.
That's the guy that I said that looks like he was 6'8".
Yeah, he is a big boy. He's throwing the body around. It's been a good game. Well, obviously.
So for leaders, by the way, Crosby 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists. Connor McDavid 1 and 2 as well, 3 points, and Macklin celebrating 2 points. The age of 19.
Guys are animals. Animals, I tell you.
Yeah, he's up to 3 goals in the tournament already.
Is that good? That's good.
I feel like that's pretty solid.
That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not bad.
Decent player.
I wish he was on a certain team on the West Coast, his hometown team, but good player.
Wouldn't it be funny if like Canada scored here and McKinnon stared down the guy in the box up 10-2?
Is that overkill at that point?
Yeah, it would be. I'm totally joking about that. I don't think that'd be cool.
I feel like the player from France didn't try that. I think it was like McKinnon turned last second.
Probably.
Either way.
Look at Tom. Do you see what Tom Wilson's doing? I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Tell your boys to calm down. They're reviewing.
Do you need a player like this?
Right. I don't know. One angle looks like it's not that bad, and then the side angle they showed before the break looks horrible. Oh, wait, never mind.
The other one kind of looks like McKinnon's going and he turns last second.
Well, McKinnon doesn't see him coming and he gets blown up.
Yeah.
And he also does not have the puck. The France player has the puck. That could very well be a major penalty.
He does throw the elbow. Yeah, that might.
To the head.
Also, shout out to the referees that have one single computer instead of an iPad, and it takes less than 40 minutes like the NHL does to review. It's just efficient hockey.
Interference, 2 minutes. Special call. I mean, it certainly has all the elements. That angle is crazy. That certainly has all the elements to be a major penalty. But here, okay.
Oh God.
He hits him in the head with his. I mean, his elbow was kind of tucked, but still, he hits him in the head, and it's interference. He's on the puck.
They can make it the even 10 goals here, and we'll be fine.
They might.
Maybe France has them right where they wanted them.
Well, ask and you shall receive once again. It is 10-2 Canada on. Was that Celebrini that got
it? Yes.
Celebrini with another
up
goal.
To 4 goals in 3 games at the age of 19.
Goodness.
Representing Canada, by the way.
Goodness me. 10 goals.
No celebration. I love it.
Yeah, no, humble. Get back to the bench, boys. Keep going. Let's get some more goals on the board here.
We said we wanted 12, not 10, right?
15. 15.
Wouldn't that be something? What a shot, though, by Celebrini. I pick top right corner.
Yeah. That's a great shot. 10-2.
So much trust coming out of John Cooper as well, because they have much top line, top power play. I mean, you look at the season he has in the NHL, but...
Right. Still.
Yeah, just like a young face getting in with that much trust.
Canada's going to end up with 50-plus shots here in this game. 44-11 for Canada here late in the third.
It might honestly go 70 shots at this rate.
I think this is going to calm down. Maybe. More just like possession.
Yeah, Celebrini has 81 points in 55 NHL games so far this year. And he's up to 3 goals on the tournament. 4 goals on the tournament.
Sorry, how many points he has this year? 85 points?
81 points, 28 goals in 55 games. Second-year player.
Crazy, yeah. Was it Crosby who had 120 points in his rookie year? In the, like, weird NHL? Like, the dead puck NHL?
What was that, sorry?
I think
Crosby.
Crosby, his rookie year, had... It was either his rookie year or his second year. I feel like it was his rookie year, 120 points.
I believe so.
I just feel like the NHL is different now, so...
102 points, second year, 120.
Second
so
year.
100, 200 and 22 points over his first 2 years.
Yeah,
That's and still 38 and playing in the Olympics. So
it's unreal. What a player. He is something special. It's nice to see. Well, kind of sucks that San Jose got him, but... Oh, Wilson went right after the guy. I think they're going to give him a penalty. Is he going to fight him? Yo, he took the suspension. Oh, he got filled in. That's crazy. No way. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, he's going after him. He's going after him.
There's no way he knew.
He's going after him. That's crazy.
That's going to be the only fight of the tournament we'll see.
For sure, for sure. Oh, that's... Oh, the France guy's telling him to bring it on. He's a big...
Can someone quickly make the Canadian Heritage photo?
Oh, that's going to be on Twitter. Wow, he actually fought. Well, I hope I read the rules properly.
The fastest way to the penthouse and the fastest way out of the penthouse. Tom Wilson, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at Belmar.
Did he get thrown out and still have to sit in the box?
I don't know what's happening. Why is he in, why is he in the box? A 10-2
Or are they
game?
trying to split him up?
Dude. I respect it from Wilson, though. I do, because you're standing up for your teammate. Like that'll bring the team closer, you know. This guy actually fought in an Olympic game.
That was not on my bingo card for today's game.
I don't believe he gets suspended, though.
It is a game, correct?
Yeah, they both got the same penalties. They get kicked out of this game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the rules are now. From what I read, I don't think you miss a game. I think you just get kicked out. So if you fight in the first period, you'll miss that whole game.
Okay. Yeah, so 7 minutes left. You're up by a bunch. Why not?
Right? But I thought there was this whole thing about, like, no fighting in the Olympics, and then, like, you can.
Someone said goal differential. They got to run it up. They fell the playoffs for this reason before. That's the big thing with this tournament.
Here's the thing about the player apologizing. You hit him in the head. Like, and Tom Wilson's on the team. Like, he's going to do something. Kyle Dubas doesn't look happy about that.
John Cooper doesn't look happy.
No.
Doug Armstrong's thinking about the trades he should have been doing.
Doug Armstrong very stoic. Doug Armstrong's like, damn, I'm going to have to play. Damn, this is exciting. I'm going to have to trade Braden Shen soon. Damn.
Oh, Dubas is smirking a little bit towards them there.
Yeah, I think they know they're on camera too, right? So you got to be like, oh no, shucks, Tom Wilson fought it, dude. And then well, the game's going to end. They're going to leave the suite and be like, that was awesome, dude. Yes.
Someone get me my phone. Let me text Wilson right now. Yeah. Good job, kid. It's not like Dubas, though, to kind of sit there straight face. I mean, we've seen him when he was with the Leafs.
Yeah, he used to get fired up. It's Team Canada, though.
Yeah. Gotta be semi-professional.
You can't really celebrate fighting in the Olympics, I mean. I think it's a bit... I'm enjoying it because, like, that's hilarious, but... Oh, where is it? They're going to score here? It's loose. Oh, off the crossbar. I think it's a bit ridiculous, but, you know, I'm looking at it like that's funny. But, like, 10-2, you're going to fight? I mean, like, could have done without it probably. Like, I think Team Canada would have been fine without that, but anyway.
I don't mind it in, like, the sense of, like, hey, don't hit our guys.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it was.
Even though Tom Wilson did the legitimate same thing to Kevin Fiala at the end of the game, but...
Yeah, well, that game was a little closer. Nah, that's
true.
It's literally the same play. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Someone said Wilson is the shame of Canada.
Nah. I don't think he needed to do that, but
No.
I enjoyed it for what it was. Oh, that's a Nate McKinnon with a huge hit now. Holy smokes. It's 10-2. Like, can we just finish the game, guys? Look, he's going back at him. It's a different guy now. He's going right at him.
That Nathan McKinnon lineup just then was one of the cleanest I've seen in this tournament.
Yep. Canada's going to get a penalty here. Was it for the cross check? Nate's getting a penalty.
Round of applause. Jordan Binnington made a save this period.
So the player, I don't know the France player that fought Wilson, so excuse me, but he kind of initiates it in front of the net there, and then Wilson drops his gloves, and you can see on his face, he's like, "Oh, I didn't think he was gonna do this." He was like, "I'm in trouble. Help."
That guy did win the fight over Wilson, though, which is...
He did, yeah. Wilson was off balance there. It's pretty crazy.
So looking at the penalties, they got a game misconduct, fighting major, and roughing.
Roughing? Yeah.
And France got interference, roughing, fighting, and game misconduct.
So get that. This is McDavid's first Olympic Games, right? Because he was like in the OHL in 2014.
Yeah.
So Sidney Crosby is now the all-time points leader for Team Canada in an NHL Olympics, like all time, like over the course of a couple Olympics. Like McDavid just broke the record for most points in a single Olympics, which like Game 3 is not even done yet. That's crazy in itself, right? Anyway, Connor McDavid isn't too far behind that record, which is 14 points. Jerome McGinley is second. So Connor McDavid now has 8 points in 8 less periods in his first Olympic Games.
Crazy numbers. Also, I've seen someone in the comments say, "Is this the real score?" Yes, it is 10-2 Canada, and shots are... I lost track. 40-something.
6-12.
Yeah.
McKinnon got 2 minutes for roughing. That's refreshing because, not refreshing, but like that would go uncalled in the NHL, and I think the refs are just like, we're going to get out of here now, and it is a penalty, so we're calling it.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I read
it kind
that
of
wrong,
slows down the situations too, because you're looking at a lot of time in the NHL, games like this get chippy.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get hurt. This is how you set the tone of stop it. Look at the score.
Yeah.
Sit.
That's how you get the Tom Wilson in the bench scenarios. Like,
yeah.
Right at the end of the game there. But I read that tweet incorrectly. By the way, France is on the power play here. But I read it incorrectly. Connor McDavid isn't too far behind Sidney Crosby for that lead and has 8 points in less than 8 periods. That's what it says, not 8 less periods, because obviously Crosby's played way more games than that at the Olympics. So that is ridiculous. So Connor McDavid very quickly here, probably this year, will be Canada's all-time leading goal scorer at the Olympics in 1 Olympic Games. And he's going to be the all-time leading scorer in an Olympic Games, period.
Sally Brady's going to be up there for his age, too, in, like, total points, for sure.
Yep. Especially playing with that guy. He's a great player in his own right. I'm not saying it's only McDavid, but
it's...
you put both of them together, I mean, that's lethal.
There's an alternate universe where the Oilers had their little rebuild farther in. Could have had a bunch of them, but... Shout out Neil Yakupov.
2-0 here. Nice defensive play.
Canada's playing really well in the neutral zone, I've noticed. Like, they're not letting much get past that blue line.
No.
As they just had a clean entry, but that's besides the point.
Oh, another almost nice passing play there between McKinnon, McCarr, and Brandon Hagel randomly. Two minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third period. It is 10-2. Yes, that is the real score for Canada over Team France. The highest scoring. Ooh, that's a nice dipsy doodle. And a nice save by Bennington, and Canada's going to go to the penalty kill again to essentially close out the game.
Go to test Bennington.
Yeah, let him get a save percentage in check here a little bit. Little dipsy doodle there. Love to see it.
Seems like the player from France is injured.
Yeah, he does not. He looks shaken up.
It looked like it snapped his knee back.
That's not ideal. Fiala's injury looked... I saw a doctor... They said it was a lower leg injury. I saw a doctor saying that he was worried it was a hip dislocation.
That's such a blow to LA, too. Because they just went out and got Panarin.
Right. And he's out for the year. Like, that's tough. And you know that's going to spark conversation about should NHL players be at the Olympics again.
Yeah.
Tavares got hurt, too. I remember. Years ago.
Someone says Bedard instead of Jarvis at the Olympics, but Bedard wouldn't bring his 5 cool friends from Winnipeg.
Right.
So that's the that's the decider.
Bedard didn't have cool friends, so he's not on the team. That was the only deciding factor actually on why he's not here.
Someone said I expected 11-1. Total goals was the same amount.
Yep.
Until Canada scores
more.
Again.
Yeah, right. Well, no, 12. The other game was 11, I think, right? Total goals? Italy?
10-2. Yesterday's was, what, 11-0 for...
11-0.
So this is the most goals scored in the game.
Yes, at these Olympics. For one team and obviously both.
Yeah. No, because one team would be yesterday's 11-0.
Oh, yeah, what am I talking about? Right. Oh, we need another goal here. Come on, boys. We got a minute.
We need 2.
Let's get another one. Well, why are you going out for a line change? Let's get a goal here. Here comes Horvat. Get one for me, Horvat. Let's go. 1 minute left here in the third period. I lied. Actually, there's like less than 45 seconds, but anyway. Here we go. Let's go, Bo. Let's get that last goal, man. we need... No. You're not going to have an opportunity after this.
Canada scores 11 and gets free Tim Hortons. That's what I thought CBC said.
It's like the Raptors and the French fries. They hit 12 3-pointers or something like that.
Get free medium fries.
Yes. 20 seconds left here in the third.
You can tell it's a blowout game when we're talking about McDonald's and the Toronto Raptors on an Olympic stream, but
yes, USA and Germany. Later.
That's going to have a bit of implications on this game, though. Because you got to win by... Well, you got to hope Germany holds USA to a decent score.
Yeah. I think they will. It's a harder matchup, but we'll see. You never know. Hagel beats out the icing. That was nice. Throws it in front to Bennett. Which is crazy that they're on the ice together, by the way, after everything that's happened, like with Florida and...
Shout out Will for saying I dies for fries. Especially when they're free.
Shout out Will. All right, there it is. Canada wins. 10-2 is your final.
In a big game. Already the Germany flag's in the stadium. They're getting ready for that game.
Yep. It's a big one coming up here. Final 10-2. Canada wins versus France. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Mark, any final thoughts before we wrap up here? That was a fun one to watch, honestly. Better than, for my nerves at least, than a nail biter. I had a feeling.
11 goals would have been better, but
yeah,
we live with 10.
Right. I'm disappointed that they didn't get 11 goals. That was unfortunate.
Change lines, but, every one of them.
Get rid of everyone. No, that was good. But any final thoughts on the game heading forward? We don't know what their quarterfinal matchup's going to be, but looks like Canada's moving forward.
I think it's one of those games, like, it's hard to look at any negatives because, I mean, you won 10-2, but I don't know, fun game. Yeah. Olympics are back. That's
NHL players are back. Olympics are back. It's 10-2 game. McKinnon gets filled in. Tom Wilson, we'll see what happens with that, but That'll be interesting. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in on both Leafs Digest and NHL Digest. Of course, if you are on Leafs Digest, Nick and I are going to have a video for you guys coming up very shortly here. If you're on NHL Digest, we will have tons of content coming for you guys as well shortly. So on everything to do around the NHL. But thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you for another stream soon. Hope everyone has a great